And the kids didn't panic. They want to buckle down. And they played tough. They stayed on the mentally-wise, they stayed tight. And so it was a really good way to see, good thing to see that growth from those kids from week 1 to week 8. And it just, it keeps our playoff things in our hands and that kind of stuff. And so I was really happy for the kids on that.
Hey, you look at it, and you didn't put the game away last week, but they stepped up at the end and finished it. They got the ball, they had a chance to move down and score and take the lead in the game, and even had some second chance opportunities with some penalties that went their way at the end of the game. But your kids, again, they were able to finish the ball game, and that's been something that you talked about going back to like that Oakland game, and really able to maybe close it out. And some of that's just maturity, and these kids really gaining some confidence as the season goes.
That's exactly right. I mean, you said it best. It's maturity through the season. It's gaining confidence through the season, and testing what they've been doing all year and that kind of stuff. And it really was a difference there from what we going to week 8, just how they handled themselves and how they played, and instead of, like I said, we were panicking after that week 1, but they just buckling down and saying, listen, coach, we got this, we're going to be great, that kind of stuff. And so really nice to see that out of these kids.
District play, it's fun because the regular season's gone. You played that atrociously tough schedule, which has done nothing but prepare your kids for what you're dealing with right now, and what you'll see this week here in Goodland. You look at this, and it's kind of fun coming into this now. And you always want to win them all and just win the district and move on. But close game, played well against Concordia. You get the win last week, and your fate's still in your own hands for that number 2 spot. And it's kind of fun this week because now you're going to sit down and there's a million things. I mean, you got to find like some kind of scientist or mathematician to try to figure things out. But there's a lot of different things that can help you out this week. Obviously, if you just take care of business, and if Colby takes care of business, then no big deal. You're going to move on and get into. But there's some things that can happen otherwise too that can still get you in. And I know you guys have probably sit down and crunch numbers and figure that out and charted things or whatever it takes to. I know, like I said, it takes somebody smarter than me to do it. But it's kind of fun going into this last week.
It is. And, I've learned two. I've heard 2 words a lot this week. Mathematically eligible still. Everyone's still mathematically in it. And so, now, okay, the mathematical part, where is everyone in it, how they're in that kind of stuff. And so, we crunch the numbers and kind of things like that. I mean, for the most part, if we play well tonight and take care of business tonight against Goodland, then there's a very, very, very good shot that we will postseason. If we don't do that tonight, then there's a very, very slim shot that we still go to postseason. So, but mathematically eligible, the 2 words that I've gotten used to this week.
I really think if you win by over 6 or 7, you're in.
Yeah.
And so you have some of that that's completely under your control.
That's right.
For the kids that have some things that again they go to, and even you go into this game with Goodland's on too, in district play, and teams you go, okay, but they're not out of it yet either necessarily. Clay Center could win, Goodland could win, and then you got to get the math guys in there and figure it out.
Are they kind of everyone too? Are they the odd man out? Sure, but again, mathematically eligible, they're not out. And so that brings intrigue to the game. That brings, that's when a lot of people are upset about how Kansas does the thing, how they do it for us. But then you look at there's week 9, and you got 4 teams that are still playing for something. Still playing for something, and so it works.
It's fun. And here's the deal: you don't need those numbers in the postseason. This week anyway, because it's Goodland.
It's Goodland, that's right.
It's rivalry time.
That's right, and it's we see these guys in every sport we play, and we're going to see more and more in every sport we play, and so kids know that, and we know that, and so it's just one of those things where it's week 9 before we play Goodland. The moons are aligned with things right. Time to go, and so it seems how it is.
And then you get to go into their house, and it's been a few years since you've had the win over Goodland, and it'd be nice to go into their house and on Halloween and just smack them around a little.
And that's the thing. It's at Goodland. It's not a far trip, obviously, and it's been 4 years since we beat Goodland, and we'd like to, and we've talked to the kids about this too. It's also about the bigger picture. It's about us. It's about doing what we need to do. Last week, we hadn't gone to play center, we play center, and but it was about us last week and going and doing what we had to do to win. And so we kind of kept with that theme this week. So,
your kids have been good about that on the season, of taking things week to week and learning about the opponent, preparing for and that's been one of the things that you've seen with them this year, that when things are clicking and when they're running the game plan and when they settle into a game, and that kind of seems to be the pattern, we'll get out and once they settle in and get going with the scheme, they've done very well against every team that you play. You list Scott City, those big, ranked teams throughout the season. So you got to feel confident going into this. Hey, if we can settle in and get going, every game's winning.
Yeah, these kids have done a nice job of once they, and that's been a part of those coaches that we've been kind of, one of the things we got to get them to try and settle in as quick as we can, that kind of stuff. And they're getting better at that. They're getting better at that, and so, but yeah, once these kids get going, when they play at a high level, they're really fun to watch.
Goodland this week, let's talk about them a little bit. New head coach over there, kind of gone back a little bit to when Peter first got here and spread things out, threw the ball all over the place. They've done for 1,500 some yards in the season. So you don't know a little bit about what to expect, but you've seen enough on film that with a new coach at this point, you can game plan with this.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. At this point, he is a new coach, but he's 8 weeks have gone by, and so they've got kind of what they do and that kind of stuff. And yeah, they do try to work. The quarterback practice, he's got a good arm, he's got good feet. He's a dual threat guy, and so he's done a good job for him. And he's got two real good receivers he likes to throw the ball to, and we've just got to control it. We've seen some throwing team. You don't see too much in Northwest Kansas City, but Holcomb, Tier 1, Holcomb, we saw them. They threw the ball around a lot, and even Scott City throws the ball more than they had in the past, and so
Norton was a team that liked to throw and kind of got taken out of it.
Yeah, and so we've seen some throws, so it was good to see that early on coming into this game, but they do definitely throw a little bit different style at you than what the Holt or than what Scott and Norton does, but they're a lot like Holcomb, so we just got to play a good back end, and really the one thing I liked last week is we didn't have guys running straight in the back end. Every pass was contested, and so we need to have that again tonight.
Well, and the coverage group's been pretty solid on the season.
They really have, those guys in the back end done a great job, and we're getting some guys back that can play back there too, and what helps the back end is good pass rush, and the front four, especially at the end of the game last week, did a nice job of putting pressure on the quarterback. So,
and not to by any stretch look ahead a little bit, but it's not a bad thing either to get this team this week, and then next week,
right.
If the stars align and things go well, like we talked about, you're probably going to end up in Oakland against the long range.
Yeah, and if things go right for us, and then Oakland gets their job done tonight, then we'll end up back in Oakland, and we'll get a chance to see a team we've already played this year, which is good, and then a team that throws the ball game. But eyes on tonight, because it's good one, and we just got to play well and play. Look at ourselves. We play within ourselves.
What are the keys when you're looking at both sides of the ball, offensive, defensive? What are you going to do?
Well, offensively, we've got to love football, and obviously that's what we like to do, and we've got to take care of football. It's going to be chilly tonight and that kind of stuff, but it's not going to be wet. Might get a little windy, not really windy for Kansas, but windy for a football game.
Sure.
And so we've got to control the ball, and the best way to kind of hold that quarterback on the wraps is not letting him have the ball very much. So if we can control the ball, control the time on offense, that'll be in our favor. And defense is just no big plays. They like to run plays that get over the top of you and score quick and make good plays. And we've got to shut that down, and we've got to control line scrimmage. Our offense, defense,
can say in the season tonight. There's a lot riding on tonight's contest for the Colby Eagles and a chance to still move on into postseason play. Is this district wide open? The top spot right now really in control by Concordia. If they can take care of business against Clay Center tonight, which I think both of us feel they should, at least on paper, take care of the business and win that game tonight. And Clay Center, Concordia, I should say, is going to be the district champion on this one, and they will host a first-round game at Concordia next week against Pratt, most likely, is the way we're looking at that other district. But the rest of it is just a mess. It really is. It gets into the scoring system, and really, to be honest with you, the driver's seat right now is in Colby's hands. A win tonight, we get the number 2 spot, we move on. No matter what else happens in the world with the games tonight, we would get the number 2 spot with a win over Goodland. So that's the most important thing. Now, we'll throw this out here early on. We can still lose and maybe get in. It goes into the point system, and not to get really overcomplicated with it, but right now, if we were to win or lose by 6 points or less, we would still be the number 2 seed in that district because of all the tiebreakers and everything that comes into play with the 13-point rules and that fun stuff. We can still move on. So what it really boils down to, though, is you don't want to worry about that. You don't want to get into the math side of things because none of us like to do math. It's really not fun unless you're a math teacher. But you want to get the win out. You want to move on to the next round. We're going to play Holcomb on the road next week. And Thomas, really just take care of business tonight. And what better place to do that but against your arch rival on their home field?
Absolutely. Anytime you go up against Goodland, you want to get a huge win, especially when it comes down to week 9 of the season, and it's winner go home, winner goes to the playoffs, and losers sitting at home. So, anytime you can get that done, it's a big deal.
Yeah, and Goodland's postseason chances are not necessarily over either. Things tonight. They still have some things to play for. If they were to win handily tonight, they could still mathematically get into the postseason as well, the way the system works in Kansas is just screwy. But it gives you life, something to play for at this stretch in the year. And you mentioned it's Goodland, it's your arch rival, it's game 7, so to say, tonight on their home field. And we're due against Goodland. It's been a while. We've won the last several in a row. And it's one of those that Colby's due for a win over Goodland. And I think this group of kids is fired up and ready to go. It's a new Goodland team. It's new head coach, new philosophies, new offenses and defenses. Kind of. They still like to throw the football, and we're going to see how it tracks all around. He's thrown for almost 1,500 yards in the season.
Right. As you mentioned, Coach Teeter's gone there. Now he's down in Holcomb. But they're getting back to a lot of things Coach Teeter did when he first got there. They're spreading the ball out, and their defense is going to 4-3 and things like that. So, it's kind of old hat for some of those old assistant coaches over there maybe, and some of the seniors and things like that. But they did change a little bit of philosophies from when he left. But, really, they've got a good group of kids over there that know what they're doing. But Colby, on the other hand, you look at that, and they've got to feel almost cheated the last few years. You play a couple tough games like that against Goodland and come out on the short end of the stick against your rival. It puts a bad taste in your mouth. So I'm sure they're ready to go out to here tonight and put a hat on the hat.
Well, let's talk about some of the things we're going to have to see from Colby in this game tonight. Anytime you get to this point in the postseason, turnovers, penalties, that kind of stuff are just killer. You just can't have it. You got to get off to a good start. We still really haven't done that. Last week it wasn't bad. We had a good defensive first quarter, but didn't really get things moving offensively until the second quarter of the ball game. So still kind of looking for that good start in the game. We're going to need that again this week. Taking care of the 4 ball penalties, as we mentioned. And then it's just finishing in a game like this as well. Last week, again, we had a great second quarter, good part of the third quarter. And then we held on. We did finish it. We got the win here in the 3, but had that game at one point where we were just absolutely dominant in Clay Center for a while in there, and then lost it a little bit. So we're looking for that 4 quarters that started and finished that we still haven't quite gotten yet on the season. We're going to need it to move on.
Right, and we got the win last week, and it was great, but we didn't finish them off. We didn't have that killer instinct where we just put them away, like they showed that they were capable of in the second quarter.
So we'll see how that rolls out this week, and hopefully we can do that. On the defensive side of things, as we look into this Goodland game, this is a passing team. We've faced passing teams on the season, teams that have thrown the ball well. Not as many. We face more running teams than we do passing teams, but teams that want to throw the ball. Houston wanted to throw the football. We kind of took them out of that. Scott City was capable of passing, and we took part of that passing game away. And the same thing with the Norton team that liked ran the ball well, but had the ability to throw and like to throw and didn't really against us either. Some of that maybe with the injured quarterback, but what I'm trying to say is this is not something we've seen before, and the kids can make some adjustments to this tonight, and I think we'll see that. And I know we'll see some changes defensively in some of the sets coming out, in the right down the distance.
Right, they come out, Goodland comes out in a 4-receiver set or something like that. Colby's going to bump back into a nickel package. They're going to go 3-3 up front. We're going to 5 defensive backs, which, we've been playing, 4 guys in the backfield there once we lost Josh Matchell, and then now we get Josh Brown back, so we're pretty deep there in the back end, and being able to have a bunch of guys come in and maybe bring a guy in to rotate a guy out.
Yeah, so we'll see maybe a little more nickel defense this week in this game, but still going to stick a lot to that 5-man front, and I think that's the first key to the game. Make sure you can make them one-dimensional, whether it's take the running game away and force them to just throw the football. It allows you to do a lot of things defensively. I think it's part of the game plan here tonight, and I like that matchup for Colby against Goodland there. I think our size is an advantage up front, so I think one of the things that we want to see in this game is a little bit of clock management and controlling the clock, I should say, not necessarily clock management, but getting the football, putting together long drives, taking time off the clock and then finishing those in the end zone. So that's something that's tough. It's something we haven't done a lot of in the season. We've done fairly well in every game. We've had stretches where we've done that well. It would be nice to see that for the whole game tonight and kind of get prepared, because if we're going to have any chance against Holcomb next week on the road, if that's what ends up happening, that's what we're going to have to do in that game, is really, really control the clock and pound the ball at the field. So it'd be nice to get a little test run of that in tonight. But there's a lot riding on this, and I think this is a lot of fun for Colby. This is a group of kids we talked about on the season, Thomas, that they've been fun to watch. And you can see the talent there. The schedule has made it not in their favor necessarily to turn things around and make it the record be glamorous at the end of the year. But they've been in all the games. They've had stretches in all the games where they've been successful, no matter who the opponent has been. So now in those district play, you got a chance to move on, put things together here at the end of the season. And I think getting some confidence last week and getting that win could go a long way. If you go into district play with 2 wins in a row, with a little bit of confidence, this team can do some things. So you never know.
Absolutely, they get a full-headed steam going into the playoffs if we take this one from the Cowboys tonight. But you never know once you get into that tournament what can happen. That's what Coach Gardner always talks about, at the end of the year, and once they start district play, is you got to get 2 out of the 3 wins to get into the tournament, and then anything can happen.
Yep. Well, we're going to find out here in just a few minutes. The Eagles getting set to take on the Goodland Cowboys, arch rivals, going head-to-head tonight in Goodland. We'll take a break, come back with more of the pregame show. The starting lineups are on the way. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3.
We need tonight's starting lineups when the Strut Insurance Services pregame show continues. You're listening to the Colby Eagles on 100.3 The Ride.
The Colby Free Press brings residents of Thomas County news, pictures, and commentary on the happenings, issues, and events that impact the lives of residents of Thomas County. The Colby Free Press is informative and affordable. The Colby Free Press is a local daily newspaper that has earned a great reputation for journalistic excellence and extensive knowledge of the local communities of Colby, Rexford, Brewster, and surrounding communities.
Unlimited data is back at Lipstick Wireless. For only $60 per line, you'll receive unlimited talk, text, and data. There are no extra fees. It's that simple. $60 for unlimited everything. Plus, Plus, Nextech Wireless has all the newest phones you want. Make the switch to Nextech Wireless now because unlimited data is back, but only for a limited time. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details. Get your unlimited everything plan today, only at Nextech Wireless.
This time of the year can get a little stressful on your finances. If you're in the need for any type of loan, come in and talk to their local Goodland loan officers at the People State Bank. They live in this area, so they know this area. They pride themselves on getting you the fastest response possible. Since most of them have been in business or have come off the farm, they really do know the local ag economy. They want to take this time and thank you for your patronage at the People State Bank, with locations in Colby, Oakland, Hoxie, Goodland, and McDonald. The People State Bank, member FDIC.
Let J add pride to your ride at Motortown LLC of Colby. Always a fine selection of late model vehicles on the lot, including pickups, two-wheel drive, four...
tonight, six points for over 1,400 yards. We'll break down and take a look at their starting lineup a little bit later on here this evening. Again, for the Colby Eagles up front, Jay Ziggemeyer, Bryce Armberger, Casey Figliano, Austin Hart, and Brady Slinger, with Goodland filling in several of those positions. The rest of the linemen tonight. At the receivers, Alex Young and Austin Rush, and field at running backs, Matthew Peeper, Ben Matchell, and Brady Hilsmeister, and the quarterback for the Eagles, Josh Matchell. Kickoff coming up, the Eagles versus the Cowboys coming up. You're listening to the Eagles on the field and Colby football on 100.3 The Rock.
This has been the Strut Insurance Services pregame on 100.3 The Ride. Brought to you by Strut Insurance Services, where they serve the listening area and beyond with their insurance needs. Make sure you strut your stuff. Stay here. Kickoff is next. You're listening to Eagles on 100.3 The Ride.
I say you should see what they have by GE just for thee at GW. Yes, name GE appliances on the show floor right now at Great Western Tire, Colby. Washer and dryer by GE. Refrigerators, ranges, microwaves, and GE dish. Of course, they have installation and delivery available at Great Western Tire of Colby and Great Western Tire of Oakley, your GE appliance dealer.
The High Plains Co-op has always prided itself on their customer service. With the fall harvest upon us, the staff at High Plains Co-op is ready to help you store and market your grain. With elevators in Dresden, Gin, Grainfield, Halford, Hoxie, Levant, Park, and Selden, and their office and filling station in Colby, the High Plains Co-op has a location close to you, which will help keep you in the field and the combines moving. The High Plains Co-op wishes you a safe and prosperous fall harvest, and they want you to know that their professional staff is ready to help you get the most out of all of your hard work.
Quality workmanship and experience are just two of the things you will find when working with Stevens Construction for all your agricultural, commercial, and residential construction needs. They are your local Butler and Luster dealer and are ready to assist you in choosing the steel or wood frame building you have been looking for. They also specialize in overhead door sales and service. Stevens Construction has been in the business for over 40 years, so stop by today and see them on South Country Club Drive in Colby. Since 1994, Office Works and Furnishings in Colby has provided solutions for your in-office needs. And while they still continue to do that, they also specialize in something else: comfort. Office Works and Home Furnishings is a proud retailer of the Serta I Comfort beds with optional adjustable bases. Plus, on top of that, there is the Lazy Boy Comfort Studio in Northwest Kansas. So if you're looking to make your home more comfortable this year, make sure you stop by Office Works and Home Furnishings.
Perfect, thank you. Good times.
Radio on 100.3 The Ride. Now with the call of tonight's game, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Well, good evening and welcome to Goodland, Kansas as we get set for kickoff tonight. The Eagles and the Cowboys in the final game of district play. A lot on hand here tonight, Thomas, as we go into this game. Nobody's mathematically eliminated yet. None of the 4 teams, including Goodland tonight. So everybody has something to play for, but if you really want to get to it, you win this game by 7 points, you're in, if you're Colby. So you still have everything in your power, under your control. You just need to take care of business tonight. And I think we have a good shot at doing that. Getting out of the gates is going to be the big key in this one. But it's finally football weather.
Yeah, finally getting a little chilly on week 9. Last weekend, Clay Center had a really hot game for this late in the year, and tonight we get down here, breaking out the long sleeves. Finally, coaches got some coats on and ready to get to it.
Teams huddled up around their head coaches, getting some final instructions, and we'll be ready to go with the opening kickoff of tonight's game. Again, nice and chilly, but good football weather here in Goodland, Kansas, and looking forward to this matchup. It's always a good one, no matter what records are in the season. These two teams don't like each other. They both want to win, and they'll go crazy trying to do so. So here we go. Eagles will be returning to start the ball game. It's Matchell and Chevin Martin back deep for the Eagles. Colby do have Josh Brown back this week as well, which is good news. Bergsma to kick it away for the Cowboys. Teed up on the 40-yard line. Official blows it ready for play. The kick underway, and it is going to bounce and go out of bounds. So a penalty flag right out of the gates here. And Colby will get good field position to start the opening drive of the game. Here's the thing, too. You look at this, Thomas. This Goodland team has struggled a little bit. They did not play well at all last week against Concordia. They played pretty well against Clay Center 2 weeks ago. Might be one of those teams, if you can get out here and get on them early, might be a good opportunity for the Eagles.
Oh, absolutely. You know, key to I mean, coming out here early, we've talked about it almost all season, coming out, having a great start tonight. But tonight it's huge, especially against a cold weather team, or a cold weather against a throwing team.
Matchell under center, one receiver to the right side, slot back to the right I formation, handoff Ben Matchell to the right side for Colby. Hit at the line, and he is going to be driven back. No gain on the play. Good coverage that time by the Cowboys. Nolan Deeds, the first man there on the play.
Colby lines up slot right play, just trying to get Ben Matchell into running a little off tackle play to the far side of the field. Nothing doing. Goodland shuts it down.
Young split out to the left side. Double wing formation. Ben Matchell will go in motion across the formation to the right side. Handoff's going to go up the middle. Paper breaking tackles. He's got a first down near midfield. Tripped up at the 45, but falls all the way out to about the 47 where they'll spot it down. Gain of 11 on the play. 1st and 10 for Colby. This is where Coach talked about it in the pregame, where they were able to really, Goodland was really struggled in the last couple weeks, are running plays right up the middle.
And Colby's had some good success the last few weeks, running up the middle with Matthew Pieper. Come out in that pistol double wing set. A dive play to Pieper right up the middle. From
spinning forward and getting a couple of yards into Goodland territory. Brady Holzmeister giving 2 on the play. 2nd down, and we'll call it 8 to go from midfield.
And Colby comes out again in a pistol double wing set. Going back to that last play, though, Pieper has wide open field. Jacob Stesser is able to make the touchdown saving tackle.
This time back into the pistol again. The snap is bobbled. Good job by Ben Matchell that time jumping on the football for Colby. They're going to lose about 3 yards on the play, but the Eagles retain possession of the football. And that snap just a little bit off. It didn't look like Josh was ready for it. Maybe came a little earlier than he thought.
Yeah, a little earlier. Came a little high to him. Josh is able to pull it back down. Tries to get it into Pieper. Ball ends up on the ground, but luckily Colby's able to pick it back up.
Split backs behind Matchell, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Josh, little screen pass, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Cowboys. Good job that time by one of the linemen there, and that making the interception and staying at home to pick that one off. Credit to play to Blaine Cedarstrom.
Colby trying to set up a little middle screen play with Matchell. Lets a lineman go through. Unfortunately, there's a linebacker sitting right back in front of Matchell. Josh doesn't see him, or in front of Ben, excuse me. Josh doesn't see him, and the Cowboys come up with the football.
So they'll spread things out here. 2 backs in front of the quarterback in the pistol formation, 1 behind him, 1 receiver to each side of the field. Traxel, who's passed for over 1,400 yards in the season, will hand it off on first down and pounding his way on the right side of the line of scrimmage that time is the tailback. And on the carry is Hernandez, Austin Hernandez.
And Hernandez, it looks like that play is going straight up the middle in one of the A-gaps. He's able to make a nice jump cut it to the outside, and is able to pick up a first down on the play.
10-yard gain, same formation. Pitch is going to go to the right side. This is Hernandez again trying to get to the corner. He does so. Colby's going to bring him down at about the 22-yard line. Tackle on the play made by the Eagles. Bryce Arnberger.
And a sweet play by Goodland, is able to get to the sideline. Hernandez is able to pick up a couple big blocks on the outside from his receivers, and is able to pick up good yards on first down.
Second down, and we'll call it 4 to go. 1 receiver to each side of the field again, 2 backs in front. Handoff goes to the tailback, and Hernandez again on the carry. This time hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down for a short gain on the play. Give him a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 to go.
And Ben Matchell, middle linebacker for Colby, ends up in the backfield after the play. Does a great job of blasting through his A-gap once he reads its run. Plays downhill well and is able to trip up Hernandez.
Cowboys are yet to throw a pass in this game. They get set to go again. Traxel, option play to the right side. Colby doing a good job of stringing it out. They're going to hit him and bring him down. Nothing doing on this play. Good job by the Eagle defense, and there's Josh Brown back in the game, but he's limping. And made the play, but limping badly on that left knee. He's just his first game back off that knee injury.
And with that 3-back set in the backfield, that allows Colby to walk down Brady Holzmeister, the strong safety, or the free safety in this game, excuse me. And he's able to string that play out, going to the sideline, get good pressure in there, force it back, and Colby makes a stop for no gain.
3 receivers bunched to the left side, 1 back to the left of the quarterback, and 1 receiver to the right. Traxel scrambling around looking to throw. He's pressured, throws, and it's incomplete over the middle of the field. That one intended on the play for Luke Avila, and that will turn it over on downs. Good job by the Eagle defense that time, holding them 4 and out after the turnover by the offense.
And Colby gets good penetration by James J, Ethan J, excuse me, big nose guard for the Eagles, gets into the backfield, forces Traxel to his right, is able to have to throw that ball a little bit across his body, and the ball gets tipped up in the air and incomplete.
Pistol double wing formation. Holzmeister in motion. Handoff's going to go to Pieper up the middle. Nice hold there, and Matthew, patient bit of running, then makes great yards after contact on that one and picks up about 8 on the first down.
And Pieper's able to keep those legs moving. He fights through an arm tackle, gets away from him, and is able to pick up 8 yards on first down, and a big pickup for Colby.
2nd and 2 to go for the Eagles. Ball on the Goodland 28-yard line. Colby started the game with the football, but turned it over on a little middle screen that was intercepted. Young split to the left side, double wing pistol formation. Josh Matchell awaits the snap. Ben Matchell in motion from left to right across the formation. He'll get the handoff, gets to the corner, breaks a couple of tackles, and he's going to pick up about 7 yards, give him 8, but a first down on the play for the Eagles out to the Colby 38-yard line.
And the Eagles run a G play, pull Austin Hart, play side guard, kick him out to the outside. Ben sees him. Austin isn't engaged yet, but Ben cuts off his backside and cuts up and picks up a big first down.
This time double tight with that two-back split behind the quarterback and Josh Matchell. The handoff going on the right side. That's Matthew Pieper on the carry, and he's going to pick up 17 yards into Goodland territory to the 44-yard line in an Eagle first down. Great run on first down, and again, they're pounding away right at the middle of the Goodland defense.
Another great run by Pieper, able to shake off another tackle, picks up a big first down and some big chunks of yardage for the Eagles.
Eagles with a little confusion here. Split backs behind Josh Matchell. He'll get the snap. And a lot of confusion. Josh is just running to the right side looking to throw, and it is incomplete on the play. And I don't know if that was even intended to be a passing play to begin with, but by the incompletion, Matchell saves the distance at least on the play.
Matchell split backs in the backfield out of the pistol set, a wing to the right, and Holzmeister. Matchell turns to his right, expects Pieper to fake a handoff or take it or something, and then Matchell's the only guy in the backfield left. He's able to sprint out to his right, make a heads-up play to get rid of the football.
Handoff left side this time for the Eagles, and again, this is Matthew Pieper on the carry. A great one at this. He gets inside the 40 down to about the 37-yard line, and another great run for the Eagles for about 7 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 to go. And I tell you, Matthew Pieper sometimes gets overshadowed. You got the kid, Ben Matchell, who's been so good running the football this year, Josh Matchell, and of course, Holzmeister having to play quarterback. And a lot of times he gets stuck into that blocking back situation, but he's a very capable runner, as we're seeing here tonight. Ben Matchell in motion to the right side. Josh looks, throws, has to hurry it a little bit, and the pass off the mark just in front of Ben Matchell. And Josh Matchell hit hard at the end of the play.
And Goodland's able to get some pressure through the A-gap with their middle linebacker, Nolan Deeds. He's able, on the blitz, is able to get to Josh, and Josh doesn't have time to set his feet and get any power into his throw out there to Ben. He kind of floats it out there, and it lands at his feet, and ball bounces for the Eagles.
Hard to run backwards and throw forward at the same time. 4th down for Colby. Handoff, Ben Matchell to the right side, blocking backs in front of him. He cuts it up the field, breaks tackles down the sideline at the 20, the 10, touchdown, Colby. Ben Matchell gets the Eagles on the board first with a 38-yard scamper on the right side on a 4th and 2 play, and Colby on top 6-0.
And Ben picks up some big blocks on the outside. The Eagles run a sweep play. They pull the backside guard. Bryce Armberger gets out in front of him, and Matthew Pieper there on the outside set the edge that allows Ben to cut off their backside and get up the field, and he gets into the end zone.
Eagles will get set for an extra point opportunity. He's become big, especially in the postseason when you have those point situations. This one is up, and Nichols splits the uprights. The score is 7-0. Colby on top. 5:41 to go in the opening quarter of play. We'll take a break. Back with more of the Eagles on radio in just a minute. 38 yards on that?
Or back to your radio.
Yeah, I think so.
After this.
Quality workmanship and experience are just two of the things you will find when working with Stevens Construction for all your agricultural, commercial, and residential construction needs. They are your local Butler and Lester dealer and are ready to assist you in choosing the steel or wood frame building you have been looking for. They also specialize in overhead door sales and service. Stevens Construction.
How much time is left on the clock?
5:41.
Stop by today to see them.
Hey, so you know we are live on the internet, so things during commercial breaks are going over, so hello to your folks at home. But just be careful tonight.
Solutions for your home and office. All right. They still continue to do that. They also specialize in something
Not that we usually say bad things.
No.
home furnishings for the proud
Just say
it. With optional
Good start to this one.
Plus, on top of that, they're the only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio in Northwest Kansas. So if you're looking to make your home more comfortable this year, make sure you stop by Office Works and Home Furnishings on South Range in Colby.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back. Matchell with an onside kick here that bounces. Goodland's going to recover it at the 46-yard line. I like this play, trying to catch him off guard, get some momentum going early in this game, but Cowboys jump on it, and they'll get good field position to start this drive.
Yeah, a good idea by Coach Gardner and his coaching staff trying to come out here, catch the Goodland Cowboys off guard a little bit, a little surprise onside kick. Ben makes a good kick on that ball. The Cowboys were just prepared for it, was able to fall on it and recover the ball.
Here we go. Goodland with their second possession of the game. Traxel in the pistol formation, gets the snap. 3 receivers bunched to the right. He's rolling right side, has a man open, throws it behind the intended receiver in Nolan Deeds. A very catchable football, though, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass.
And Colby's got to be careful, though. I don't know if Josh Brown read the eyes of the quarterback. He jumped the speed out route when he has the receiver coming on a wheel route up the sideline. Unfortunately, Traxel didn't see the wheel route, and he hit the flat and bounced it to him.
Archer to the left side, 3 receivers to the right. Traxel going to hand it off right up the middle, and Colby's going to stuff this one at the line of scrimmage. Maybe no gain on the play if he got back to the line of scrimmage. Ricky Milkey, the tailback on the carry.
Go ahead. Big James J., the nose guard on that play, is able to use his hands well, shed the block, and he gets off, and is able to stuff the run at the line of scrimmage to bring up a long 3rd down.
So 3rd and 10 to go for the Cowboys. Trips to the right side, single back to the left, man in motion across the formation from right to left, so they'll end up with twins on each side. Traxel rolling to the right, looking downfield, has a man, and it is complete at the 40-yard line. We'll see where they spot him down. It's going to be at the 38 of Colby, and that's or the 42, I should say. That's just enough for the 1st down. 11-yard gain on the play, and a good play for the Cowboys.
And Goodland's able to come out in a double set. 2 receivers each side of the field. The outside receiver for Goodland ends up running a deep out route. He pushes the cornerback off. They will make a good deep cut, get to the sideline, picks up the ball in a hurry, and picks up a 1st down.
Trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right, no backs in the backfield. Traxel alone. He's in trouble, running to his right side, looking to throw. Hit as he releases the ball deep down the field, incomplete on the play down at about the 11-yard line. Pass intended on the play for Archer. Good coverage by the Eagle defenders down the field. Tanner Elias on the coverage.
Great job by Tanner. He has the receiver covered. Colby does a great job with their up front, getting pressure on Traxel. James J. again does a great job forcing him to his left. That leaves Eric Schutte that leaves good room for Eric Schutte to get out there and make good pressure on the quarterback and hits him as the ball's released.
2 receivers to each side. The pass again, they leave somebody in to help block, and the pass completed on the right side, pulled in by Luca Vila. Makes the catch at the 35-yard line. This is going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 to go for the Cowboys, and a big play here for the Eagles, and he gets stopped.
Yeah, this is huge for Colby. You got him into a 3rd down here. You expect some sort of option, and then you just react to the pass.
Pistol formation again. Traxel gets a snap. It's a low one. He picks it up off the ground and just takes it himself on the right side, cuts it up the field, and has a lane down the field. Colby with a good job of pursuit. Traxel breaking tackles, but he stepped out of bounds, fortunately for the Eagles, at about the 17-yard line. Big gain and a 1st down for the Cowboys. 4:07 to go here in the opening quarter. It's 7-0. Colby on top, but Goodland threatening here. Cowboys with Avila and Archer both to the left side. 2 receivers to the right side. Traxel awaits the snap, gets it, looks quickly to the left side, has a little wide receiver, going to quick out, makes the catch, breaks a tackle, and he might score on this one. In fact, he will. Colby looked like he had the play stopped for no gain, but a great second effort on the play by Luca Vila. Takes it into the end zone from 17 yards out, and the Cowboys now trail 7-6. We talked about those extra points, Thomas. Those could be huge in this game, and we're seeing this early here.
Yeah, Vila is able to catch a speed out on the far side of the field. Tanner Elias comes up, makes a good hit, just doesn't wrap up. Vila is able to shake it off and get into the end zone.
Snaps a little low. The kick is up, and it is off the mark. Again, extra points are huge, especially in postseason games. 7-6, Colby on top of the Goodland Cowboys. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in the opening quarter of play, and good drive put together by Goodland that time. Colby has looked good offensively in this game and moved the ball well. Had the 1 turnover, though, in that opening possession on a middle screen that was really there. It was just a little bit underthrown and cut off by the linebacker.
Right, it was a middle screen. Josh didn't see the linebacker underneath in front of Ben as he cuts in when the ball's in the air. Goodland makes it good. The Goodland linebacker makes a good play on it, but you'd like to see him come back to that or screen to the outside because it was wide open. Colby got him on there being too aggressive up front, sending their guys, sending the linebacker in with them. So we'll see if Coach Sims goes back to it.
Extra point for the Cowboys was no good, so Colby still leads this game by a point, 7-6, with 3:56 to go in the opening quarter of the ball game. Colby, Chevin Martin back deep along with Ben Matchell. Remember that last drive by Goodland really was started off by the onside kick opportunity that Colby went for and left Goodland with really good field position. Still don't mind the call at all, though. We want to be aggressive in the postseason. Kicking end over end one. Matchell going to make the catch right at the 10-yard line. It's a right side return. Ben waits for the blocks, gets him, cuts it through the middle of the hole. He's got a nice run down the right sideline. He'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. No penalty flags on the field, in great field position to start the drive for the Eagles.
Ben catches on the near side of the field, is able to, Colby's got right return on, is able to get the ball out to Colby's sideline, and he's able to pick up some big blocks over there on the far side of the field by a special teams unit. He's able to get up to the 40-yard line and start Colby's drive off with great field position.
Eagles will split Young out to the right side. I formation. Matchell going to be under center this time. Ben Matchell in motion across the formation. Handoff up the middle. Peeper hit at the line of scrimmage, but again, a little second effort. He's going to end up with a yard or two on the play, 2nd and 8.
And Colby just runs a little lead play going in the middle of the line through the A gap. I believe it was Holzmeister. Peeper leads on that play. Colby's able to pick up 2 yards on it.
Eagles set to go again. Holzmeister in motion. He'll get the handoff going to the left side. Cuts it up the middle as he sees a hole, and he's loose at the 40, the 30, the 20. Goodland's going to track him down, but not until he gets to the 14-yard line on the play. Big run for the Eagles.
A great play by Colby. Brady Holzmeister is able to come out of that double wing set, is able to get the ball, cuts through the 5-hole, and picks up some big yards on the play and sets Colby up down in the red zone.
About a 36-yard run of the play for Holzmeister. And the Eagles in the red zone now. 1st and 10 to go. Ball on the 16-yard line. Josh Matchell in the pistol. Ben Matchell in motion from left to right. He'll get the handoff going to the right side. Goes off the block, kicks it to the outside, gets hit, drags the defenders into the end zone. Touchdown, Colby. A 16-yard touchdown run by Ben Matchell, and the Eagles extend their lead now at 13-6.
And Ben does about everything you can do as a tailback on that last play. He gets the ball, he stretches it out, is patient, lets his blocks develop in front of him. Then he hits the hole. He does a nice jump cut to the side and is able to carry in a few defenders into the end zone.
Eagles are get set for the extra point opportunity here. Made their first one. And penalty flags down before this kick is off. Somebody in the neutral zone. And it's against the Cowboys. So half the distance to the goal, and we'll get another opportunity here on the encroachment penalty.
And Coach Gardner elects to stay with his for his extra point unit.
Yeah. You're moving 1 yard, really, when it's all said and done, 1.5 yards. And right now, you see how important the extra points are as Goodland missed their first one. Snap is good. Kick is underway, and that's through the uprights as well. 14-6. Colby on top, 2:44 to go in the opening quarter of a high-scoring early affair here. We'll take a break. Back with more after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride. All right, you got all 3 of those, Matt?
After this.
Yes, I have all 3 of those.
All right, thank you.
I did not keep the big run by Brady.
That's fine.
I didn't know if you would want that or not.
No, I'll let you know if I do.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then somebody said that it was really staticky over
I got it fixed.
Okay. Okay, thought I'd let you know.
Risk regardless of condition. Come experience the spacious Surveyor cab and the rest of the Case IH Patriot Series sprayer features.
Wasn't expecting this, Thomas.
I know.
It's Ram Truck Month at Colby Dodge. With the 2015 models rolling in, all the 2014 models must go. You can save up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2014 Ram Heavy Duties. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, stop by today and see why Colby Dodge is the #1 volume Chrysler dealer in western Kansas and eastern Colorado.
Look at the middle of the field.
53 I-70, Colby, Kansas, or online at dodge.com.
Now, with more more of the Eagles on radio. Here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Little squib kick here by Austin Hart as we're back underway. Caught at the 20-yard line, and not much of a return there. They'll get it out to the 30-31 on the play. That one returned by the Cowboys' Luke Avila. He's had a good start to the game. Had their one score here early on. So worst field position by far for the Cowboys to start a drive as they'll start in their own territory. And they'll start at the 31-yard line into the spread formation with one receiver to the left and three receivers to the right side. Single back in the backfield behind Traxel, and you have Avila in motion across the formation from right to left. They fake the handoff. Traxel trying to run himself, just a design quarterback keeper, and makes a nice cutback. Some good hitting on this play, and Traxel's going to get a hard-fought 4 yards on the play. He's bounced around like a ping pong ball at the end of that one.
A great job by Josh Brown to come up on that play once he realized Traxel's going to, it's a design run to the outside. Josh Brown comes up, forces him back inside to where the rest of his teammates clean him up.
2nd down and 6 to go for Goodland. Archer again to the left side, three receivers to the right. This time they'll keep him there, nobody in motion. Again, a quarterback keeper, just designed run up the middle, and this is a turnover. Oh, and the big guy is loose down the sideline for the Eagles. Austin Hart just takes it out of the hands of Traxel, and the big guy takes it to the end zone. What a play. 34 yards, Austin Hart doesn't even try to tackle him. He just grabs the football, takes it from Traxel, and then runs away with it. Love it when linemen score.
It's got to make you proud.
20-6, it does. That guy a cheeseburger after the game. 20-6, the Eagles on top, getting set for the extra point here. What a play. Snap is good, hold is down, kick is through. 21-6 is the score. Colby on top with 1:50 to go, folks. If you're not watching online, you want to go check that run out. I guarantee you tonight. That was a great play by Colby. Austin Hart's going to remember that one until he's 40.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be talking to the grandkids about that one. 1:50 to go in the opening quarter, and Thomas didn't expect a high-scoring affair here tonight, but both teams have come out fired up and ready to go in this game, especially the Eagles. You talk about them. Well, they don't get out to good starts in games. We're not seeing that tonight. They're off here quickly.
No, so far in this first quarter, they've been able to get into the end zone 3 times. Hopefully they can keep it up here. And we'll see what Coach Wildman does here on the special teams unit, the kickoff unit. You know, Ben Matchell, when he's in there, generally they're going to kick it deep. Austin Hart, they're going to try and squib kick it. That time, the Cowboys see that it's Austin Hart, or the last kickoff, excuse me. Cowboys see that it's Austin Hart kicking. They move everybody in the back rows of the kickoff return unit towards the sideline, knowing that he's going to squib it. Austin does a great job of getting a pooch kick back there. Eagles do a good job on the return, on the kickoff unit, and closing in on coverage and tackling for a short game.
Well, they're going to have Matchell kick it this time. Austin, he's still celebrating that touchdown run he just had. Matchell to kick it away. And again, a little squib kick rolling up the middle of the field, going to be fielded at about the 40-yard line. And good little return here by Traxel, who breaks some tackles to the outside. He'll be drugged down on the sideline in Colby territory, though, at about the 47-yard line. And that's a nice return on the play by Colt Traxel. So here we go. Cowboys have kind of come out and got punched in the mouth here tonight. Let's see if they can get the wheels back on the bus. Trips to the left side, one receiver to the right side, one back in the backfield. That's Milky that's there with Traxel in the pistol formation. Snaps low, and penalty flags flying here. And this is going to be against the Cowboys, and somebody lined up in the neutral zone. So procedure penalty, 5 yards, and they'll try again on first down. That may have actually been a break because that ball rolling and Traxel was having a hard time picking it up on the snap. Colby a little different look tonight defensively. Instead of that 5-2, running a 4-man defensive front, which allows them to get into nickel coverage, get some extra defensive backs out there. Cowboys with 2 receivers to each side of the field. Traxel gets the snap. looking to over the middle of the field and fires one incomplete on the play. And off the mark intended for Levi Clem in the middle of the Colby defense. So second down and 15.
Ben Matchell does a great job getting to his 3-hole drop on his pass coverage, and he's underneath that route, forces Traxel to throw the ball up over top, and Brady Holzmeister does a good job of driving on it even though the ball was overthrown.
Cowboys with 2 receivers stacked now on each side. Traxel gets the snap. Looking over the middle, now to the right, now back to the left side. Has a lot of time, fires, and it is knocked away. Knocked away, Austin Hart. Check that, that's Austin Russ. Had the first name right. Got a hand in there on the football, knocked that one loose.
Russ makes a good job driving in on the in route by the Goodland Cowboys. Was able to separate that ball and force them to a 3rd and long.
3rd down, 15 to go. Again, they're going to stack the receivers on each side of the field. Traxel gets the snap, and there's a design quarterback run, and Mr. Hart there again for the Colby Eagles. Also in there, Jay. And they get a sack on the play. That's going to bring up 4th down and about 20 to go for Goodland in a punting situation here.
And both of them were almost untouched, just at the quarterback immediately there, sandwich him, bring him down for the sack, force a long punt on 4th and long.
So Matchell back for the Eagles, standing at about the 22-yard line. Snap is good, the kick away for the Cowboys, and a good one. Spiraling, it's going to bounce at about the 17. Matchell's going to pick it up, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 20-yard line, and that's where Colby will start this possession. 46 seconds to go here in the opening quarter, 21-6, Colby on top of Goodland. Eagles needing to get a 7-point win tonight. If they can get a 7-point win, that would move them on into the next round of postseason play. Fate in their own hands. That game would most likely be against Holcomb, and that would be next Friday in Holcomb. It would be an interesting matchup. Young split to the left side, 2 receivers tight to the right for Colby. Handoff's going to go on the right side. This is the Matthew Pieper on the carry, excuse me. And just trying to wait for something to open up. Goodland with good pursuit. 2nd and 11 as he loses a yard in the play.
Pieper tries to stretch that play out to the far sideline. Nothing doing. Goodland does a good job of getting pressure into the Eagles' backfield.
Double tights this time for Colby. And that diamond formation, handoff up the middle. And they'll get the yard back that they lost on the previous play, but that's all. And again, that Pieper on the carry. And that will bring us to the end of the opening quarter. 21-6 the score. Colby leads Goodland at the end of 1. We'll take a break. Second quarter coming up after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Count on Kansas Quick Lube. Every time you come in, we check your oil, check your tires, wipers and bulbs, everything your owner's manual will recommend. We got expert technicians who all know how. People keep their cars much longer.
Counter plays are going to be there.
Yeah.
They're over pursuing big time.
So let us take care of your automobile. Count on Kansas Quick Lube.
Here's where you'd really like them to see get a drive going. You're up big, keep it big, you know.
Homeland Realty and Auction in Colby. The local market is very strong, and we are aggressively out looking for ag land listings. We are geared up to...
You have one more break after this, and it's the optional one.
All right. We'll probably use it.
About my work and willing
Thanks,
to
Matt.
that you deserve. Stop by our office at 1055 South
That's only
Rain
one
Street.
quarter.
Call at 785-465.
All that passing, man, keeps it.
Yeah.
Truly a good time to sell. Homeland Realty and Auction, where we still offer good old Western hospitality.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back. Matchell gets the snap as we come out of the break, and it's a little delay quarterback keeper, and Matchell takes a big shot as he gets it across the 25. Gets a nice gain on the play. It's going to be shy of what they needed for the first down, but good thing is Matchell pops back up. He'll head to the sideline as the punting unit comes on the field for Colby. There's been some big hitting in this game early.
There has. There's been a lot of pop in the pads tonight, which is something you expect from this kind of a game. Big rivalry, week 9. playoff appearances on the line.
Matchell to punt, gets off a high spinning kick that's going to roll and roll all the way down to the 31-yard line of Colby. So a nice kick, about 45 yards for Matchell, and Goodland will start from there. Well, both teams have turned it over once in the game, and both of those turnovers resulted in touchdowns for the other team. Colby would love to get another one here, and at least a quick stop. Keep adding to this lead. Cowboys with one receiver to the right side. On balance line to the right, we got an I formation behind Traxel. Long snap count. Handoff left side up the middle, and nothing doing there. They just tried the power running play there to Milky, the tailback on the play. Gets a yard.
Colby does a great job from their linebackers playing downhill. Able to stop the run up the middle, get good penetration from their defensive line, able to take up their linemen, let their linebackers run free on that play.
Second down, 9 to go. Traxel to pass. Hit as he throws, fires one down the field, and it is incomplete. A lot of contact there, but Josh Brown did a good job of turning around and finding the football, trying to make a play on it. That avoids the penalty. Turns out to be just stellar coverage for Colby. And this is going to bring up third down and 9 to go for the Cowboys. Clock stops at 10:43 to go in the second quarter, 21-6 Colby.
Colby makes a good play on that last ball, that last deep ball down on the far sideline. Austin Hart gets talked to a little bit by the white hat after the play, getting pretty close to a late hit on the quarterback.
Three receivers left, one to the right. Traxel has time, fires, and it is incomplete. They're going to call pass interference on this one. They call pass interference. Got there a little late.
Not if Dante Whitfield tips that ball, and it looks like he does.
Yeah.
Dante Whitfield from his outside linebacker position drops into coverage. He undercuts the route, jumps up in the air. He tips the ball.
Yep, they're going to wave it off. Good job, Thomas. That's a great observation there. We saw that actually last week happen in the Clay Center ball game. If the ball is tipped, the receiver is then fair game.
And Utah has a defensive back to deck him.
Yeah, you don't make any doubt about it. So good job by Colby. Now the punting unit will run on the field here for Goodland, and the Eagles will get set for another opportunity here. Ben Matchell back for Colby, the 36-yard line. Miller awaits the snap. Gets it. Left-footed punter. Gets it underway, and Colby's going to clear away from this one. It's going to bounce and stop at the Eagle 34-yard line. 10 minutes and 27 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Colby with a great start to this game, leading 21-6 and trying to add to it.
And here's where you want to see Colby get a drive going. You've had two big stops last time on defense. Defensively, you stalled out last time on your first set of downs. Now you'd like to see him get a drive going and punch this into the end zone.
One receiver wide to the left side for Colby. Handout's going to be on the right side. This is Matchell, has a blocker and Holzmeister in front of him. Good stiff arm by Ben Matchell. He cuts it up the field at the 40. Breaking tackles and gets it out to the 46-yard line. That's an 11-yard gain and an Eagle first down.
And a great job by Ben getting out there on the edge, setting up Holzmeister as his block. Ben cuts off of him. He's able to run through an attempted tackle and drag a Goodland Cowboy for a first down.
What a stiff arm, too.
Yeah.
I mean, just flattened the Goodland defender. Young to the left side for Colby. One receiver in the slot to the right. That is Holzmeister, who will go in motion across the formation. Handout's going to be a late one this time to Ben Matchell on the left side. The mesh point, the timing was a little off on that play. And the Eagles will just get back to the line of scrimmage.
Real slow developing play.
And actually, that was Pieper on the carry.
Real slow developing play and allows Goodland's defense to string it out, get to the outside, and they're able to hold Colby at the line of scrimmage.
9:35 to go here in the second quarter. Eagles leading 21-6. Ben Matchell in motion across the formation. Handoff goes up the middle. Pieper on the carry, hit, and driving his feet, trying to finish forward on this one. He's going to get another yard or so on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Eagles, about 8 to go. Colby's only thrown the 1 pass in the game tonight, and that was intercepted on a little middle screen, but it was open.
It was open. It was there. Goodland's entire defensive line's in the backfield, wide open up the middle. Linebackers have dropped into their pass drops.
This time the handoff goes on a little end-around play, and Holzmeister dives across midfield and gets it down to the Cowboy 47. Now, that's a gain of about 6 on the play, but it's still going to make it, well, I'll give him 5 yards. It's going to make it 4th down and about 4 to go here for the Eagles, and Colby's going to go ahead and punt it away here. Play the field position game.
And a great call by Colby. Plays wide open. Goodland over pursues on the counter. Holzmeister has wide open field, just needs 1 block, doesn't get it, and the Eagles get stopped short of the 1st down.
Matchell gets a good punt away. This is going to bounce and take a good Cowboy bounce, actually. It landed at about the 15-yard line and came backwards. It was caught by the Eagles by Quigliano at about the 17. That's where Goodland will start this drive. So again, it's one of those, you don't punch it into the end zone, but you do get the field position battle. And you want your defense to come out here and take care of business again. They've been good tonight. Cowboys with 2 receivers split to the left side of the field and 2 receivers to the right side. Pistol formation, 1 back behind Traxel, and that's Milky. Traxel will get the low snap, hands it out to Milky up the middle. He is hit immediately and brought down for a gain of maybe a yard on the play.
Ben Matchell there from his middle linebacker position again. Takes his read step back on the draw play and is able to come up and fill the middle of the line of scrimmage and brings down the Goodland ball carrier for a short gain.
2nd down and 9 to go. Clock running at 7:45 to play in the 2nd quarter, 21-6 Colby. 1 receiver to each side of the field. Kind of a weird formation here in the backfield. It's a wishbone, but lined up weird because they still do it out of the pistol. Handoff goes on the right side. Penalty flag is down. And a gain of maybe a yard on the play that time, and on the carry for the Cowboys was Hernandez.
The flag's down where it looks like it'd be holding. Yep, and it is.
So they're discussing things here with the Eagles on the play. It would bring up a 3rd down and 9, but you still want to drive them back. So holding against the Cowboys, that'll be a 10-yard penalty, and we'll give them the football clear back at the 9-yard line. So it'll make it 2nd down and 19 to go. District action tonight here in Goodland. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Traxel gets the snap looking to the left side. They're going to run a little quick hitch with the outside man coming streaking into the middle of the field making the reception, but then nowhere to run as Avila made the catch, but got just a yard on the play.
And a great read by the Colby Eagles. Alex Young almost ends up picking the ball off, just barely thrown over his hands. And the Eagles are there to stop that receiver screen short, for a short gain, excuse me. Goodland spreads trips out this side, runs out the 2 inside receivers on stock blocks and brings the outside receiver in on a screen.
3 receivers to the left. Traxel rolling to the left side. In trouble, fires down the field, has a man, and the catch is pulled in. And that is a tremendous catch by Aviles at the 35-yard line. Actually even would have been good in the NFL. He drugged both feet as he was flying out of bounds, touched him down, pulled the catch in, and picked up a nice gain and a 1st down for Goodland out to their own 36-yard line. 34, excuse me.
And a big play for Goodland. Runs that trips receiver this side, motion the inside receiver in. He stays in and helps on the pass block. With the number 2, the outside receiver run a deep out, and he's able to pull the ball in.
Same play here, and again, there's a deep one down the field. The catch is made, and Aviles is going to score. My goodness, the Cowboys fighting back here. That one will go for 65 yards and a Cowboy touchdown.
And Goodland lines up with twin receivers this side of the field, short side of the field. Inside receiver runs a wheel route. Outside receiver runs a deep in, a 10-yard in. And the Eagles have miscommunication in the secondary.
Avila ends up running down the sideline, uncovered, outruns everybody, and Traxel puts it on him for a score.
They'll go for 2 to try to make up for that missed extra point earlier in the game. Traxel gets a snap. Hands it off, no fakes it. Running to his right side, looking for somewhere to throw. Now tries to take off. He is hit and does not get in. The Eagle defense holds on the conversion attempt. 6 minutes, 24 seconds to go. We're in the second quarter, 21-12. Colby on top. Back with more of the Eagles on radio in just a minute.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Traxel to Avilas, right?
Yeah.
Catch all the action each week with Mitch Holtis and Hall of Famer.
Last break, am I correct?
The City is at home this week against the New York Jets. Kickoff at noon Central. Yes.
Okay, you got that one?
143 The Rock.
All right, thanks. You're doing great.
Thank you. Outdoors Gun Shop, Jack's Automotive and 24-hour towing.
I forgot this wasn't last interview.
DA. Larry and Dinah Dinkel of Minton Trucking, Logan County Implement, Fitz Meat Market, the Bottle Gallery, and Farm Credit of Western Kansas.
With a successful season under his belt, quarterback Jake Waters returns as the main man in the backfield. Jake will quarterback take it to the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas State.
We use the optional.
This is the optional.
Oh, terrific.
So we're good for the rest of that.
K-State Sports Network.
Wildcat Football on 100.3 The Ride is brought to you in part by Armstorff & Company, Kansas Insurance, Bill's Shootin' Shop, Farm Credit of Western Kansas, and Logan County Implement.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Well, Colby tried an onside kick early in the ball game and didn't recover it. Goodland tried one here and kicked it out of bounds. And now penalty flags, of course, are thrown, and Colby's going to get good field position. They'll start the drive on the 25-yard line. Or the 45, I should say. 40. I'll get it.
One of these times. Colby's got good field position here to start this drive. Hopefully they come out of something with it, able to move the ball.
And the wide out over talking to the Cowboy head coach on this one. Discussing something there. Of course, Goodland, the new coach this year, Josh Stevenson. Grew up in Greensburg, Kansas, as well as some other places in Kansas. Was out in California for a while, coaching at a small college in Los Angeles. And then moved back out here to be closer to family with his wife. So takes the Cowboy job with Coach Teeter leaving at the end of last season to take over in Holcomb. Colby has chosen to have Goodland re-kick. They have the option on those. And with the speed of Ben Matchell and Shevin Martin, why not?
Yeah, you got two kids back there, a lot of speed, and run the ball really hard.
They ran that right return last time and toward the Colby sideline, and Matchell had taken it across midfield, so we'll see what happens here. I don't know what the kicker's waiting on. It's been blown ready for play, and I don't think he realized it. Now we're ready. And they just do a little middle onside kick, and Schutte fields that one cleanly. Eagles have the football near midfield.
Eric does a great job of recovering the football. Get down, take the field position, and let your offense go to work.
So here we go. The Eagles will start this drive 1st and 10, shy of midfield at their own 48-yard line. Goodland answering with a big 65-yard touchdown on their last possession. Colby would like to get that back. One receiver left, double wing. Ben Matchell in motion. He'll get the handoff on the right side. Breaks tackles up the middle and picks up 10, almost 11 yards on the play as he gets it down to the 40-yard line of the Cowboys in an Eagle first down.
And a great cut off the power play by Ben. He's able to stick a foot in the ground. He gets upfield and is able to break a couple arm tackles for a first down.
Eagles back up to the line of scrimmage. Russ split wide to the right side. Holzmeister in motion from right to left. He'll get the handoff going to the left side. Cuts it up the middle of the field and pounds over two Goodland defenders all the way down to the 24-yard line. And a nice run that time by Holzmeister, picking up about 16 yards and another Eagle first down.
And it looks like almost the same play just to the other side. The Matchell just ran with Holzmeister.
Ben limping a little bit will come out of the field and get a break. Josh Brown making his first offensive play since returning from the knee injury. He did actually play a couple of plays defensively last week in the game. He started tonight on defense and now back into the slide. He'll go in motion to the right side. Handoff, going to go out the middle, and breaking tackles. He just refuses to go down. In fact, he never will. They'll stop it on forward progress. But I tell you what, good piece of running there by Matthew Pieper. He was hit immediately and was able to break free on that ankle tackle and then pick up some yardage. The officials have been talking quite a bit to some of the linemen for Colby and then a couple of the defensive guys for Goodland a couple of times in this game. So you maybe some extracurriculars going on. Snap, handoff right side. Ben Matchell looking for a hole, cuts it up the middle and gets it inside the 20 and down to the 19-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 to go for the Eagles. Holzmeister does come back into the ball game, which is good news for Colby. Brown will get a break.
Ben picks up great yards on 2nd down, able to get this to a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 situation. A manageable 3rd down opens up your playbook a lot more than 3rd and 12.
Holzmeister in motion from right to left. He'll get the handoff. Strings it to the outside, trying for the corner. He gets it, dives, and picks up the 1st down. Gets him out to about the 12-yard line and a 1st down for the Eagles.
And a great job by Brady to set up his block. Matthew Pieper on number 21, the cornerback for Goodland, Aaron Avalar. Pieper's able to get him. He does a good job of stringing the play out. Avalar does, but Pieper's able to get into him, and Brady's able to get to the outside and dive for a 1st down, move the chains.
Split backs behind Matchell in the pistol. Handoff goes on the left side of the counter play. This is Ben Matchell on the carry. Gets to the corner, dives. Does he get in? No indication here. Yeah, it is. Touchdown, Colby. Ben Matchell into the end zone, a 12-yard run. 27-12, Colby, extra point upcoming.
A great play by Ben. He's able to get to the sideline and run up it, dives into the end zone, stretches the ball out over the pylon, and gets 6.
So Isaac Nichols will get set to kick the extra point here for Colby. One of the Eagles seniors. He'll be our senior spotlight next week, if I can spit it out. Snap there. Matchell gets the hold down, but it's blocked by the Cowboys. The snap was a little high. It took a little bit longer for Matchell to get it down than normal, and Goodland did a great job of penetrating through there and blocking that extra point. 27-12 is what the score will remain. But a good answer to the Cowboy touchdown by Goodland, taking it down the field and picking one up of their own.
A great job by Colby, able to take advantage of that good field position to start this drive. He's able to move the ball well, do some things, get back to what they did in the 1st quarter offensively, and move the ball and end up scoring on the drive.
So it's 27-12 on this Halloween evening. And Colby pulling out the whole bag of tricks tonight, taking care of business in the first half of this game against Goodland. 27-12 the score, and if they can keep it up, they'll be treated with a victory tonight and a postseason berth. First time in several years. Had not beat the Cowboys in 5 years.
And that's something you never want to have happen.
No, I don't even like saying it. Last year, Goodland beat Colby 35-0 in this matchup, but at Denon Field. But the Eagles taking care of business tonight here at Cowboy Stadium. Here we go, Matchell to kick it away for the Eagles. And goes deep with this one. High end over end kick. Cowboys returning it to the right side, but not getting very far. Good job on the play by Dante Whitfield, making the open field tackle at the 22-yard line. Goodland will take over 1st and 10 from there.
Whitfield does a great job on the kick coverage unit. Is able to come down, avoids the blockers, the front line of the Goodland Cowboys, and is able to get free and makes a great play on the ball in an open field tackle.
3 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter. 27-12, Colby on top of Goodland. Cowboys with the football starting this drive on their own 21-yard line. Traxel trying to get his backs lined up correctly. In the pistol, man in motion from left to right. Handoff's going to go up the middle. Colby there immediately. He'll stop him in the backfield. The blitz was on, and Eric Schutte sneaks through and makes the tackle for a 3-yard loss. Second down and 13 to go.
And Eric Schutte actually gets unblocked on this play. He's lined up just outside shade of the offensive tackle. The tackle cuts or rips underneath of him, and Schutte just has a free shot to the ball carrier.
You wonder if that was supposed to be some kind of trap play and the guard didn't pull or something. Trips to the left side for the Cowboys. One receiver way to the right side. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. Traxel in the pistol gets it. Looking to the right side, rolling to the right side, throwing to the right side, incomplete. Incomplete on the play, and little off the mark, that time intended for Deeds.
And a good call by Goodland. They bring Deeds in motion with that receiver split far to the far sideline, way out there. Deeds runs a little speed out, knowing that Colby's in man coverage. That's going to Brady Holzmeister matched up to him from his free safety position. It's a long way for him to run.
Deeds in motion again from left to right. Leaves twins to each side. This time, Traxel will roll to the left, throw, and incomplete. A little short that time. A diving effort made by the receiver and Levi Archer, but that'll come up incomplete. Stops the clock at 3:02 to go, and it brings up a 4th down and 13 deep in their own territory. And the Cowboys will be forced to punt the football again. Punter again, Jarrell Miller for Goodland. And this will put Matchell back just at the 50-yard line. Miller gets the snap. Left-footed kicker again gets it away. It's a short punt. And then it takes a good Colby bounce. It'll be down at the Goodland 46-yard line. And Colby with great field position and plenty of clock to work with. 2:53 to go here in the half, leading 27-12. And Colby trying to add to this lead.
And here's one that you want to, if you're Coach Sims, you really want this one before the half, the offensive coordinator for the Colby Eagles. You want to be able to punch this one in and open up this lead a little bit before half.
Holzmeister on the end around. This time it was well defended by Goodland as they turn him back inside, and Brady's going to lose about a yard on the play. 2nd and 11. Thomas, one thing I've liked tonight is that they've run these stretch plays to both sides of the field, but both Matchell and Holzmeister have done a really good job of stringing it and then waiting for that cutback where they've been able to cut, make the move, and get down the field. But that's patient running. Sometimes that's hard to do because you want to turn and go.
Yeah, especially on a stretch play like that where you've got big Austin Hart, one of your better offensive linemen out there in front of you. You have to stick a foot in the ground and get upfield.
Here's Ben Matchell on the carry, and he's doing it another way. He's just running over people, bulldozing. Matchell on the right side gets hit at about the 40-yard line. When he finally goes down, it's the 44 and a 1st down. Gain of 13 on the play. Eagles have 1st and 10 to go in Cowboy territory at the 36-yard line. Clock down to 2:04 and counting. Josh Matchell in the pistol. Austin Russ split to the right side. Holzmeister and right to left from his wing-back position. It'll be a run play to the left side. Again, that stretch. And Holzmeister stretches it, turns the corner, and tripped up at the 10-yard line. They got him from behind, just tripped him up. Looked like he was going to take it to the house, but they're going to spot him down at the 11.
And just a great play by the entire Colby Eagles offensive unit. Austin Hart gets out there, pulling guard from the backside, gets out in front, picks up a big block on a linebacker. Ben Matchell, Matthew Pieper, other 2 backs in the backfield pick up big blocks on the outside, able to spring Brady up the sideline. Goodland makes it a touchdown-saving tackle.
Handoff up the middle to Holzmeister, this time hitting the backfield, well defended by Goodland. Brady going to lose some yardage on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 12 to go from the 13-yard line. They can get it into get a 1st down without getting into the end zone, but they got to get down to the 2. Clock running as well, 1:18 to go. Eagles have plenty of timeouts to work with, all 3 actually. In fact, neither team has used a timeout in this first half. One receiver split to the left side. Matchell under center this time. Quick pitch on the left side to Holzmeister. It's a little high. It takes him a while to pull it in, and that allows Goodland to get out there defensively and stop this play. It's going to be another loss of about 2 on the play, and it brings up 3rd down and 15 for Colby, and here's where we'll see that first timeout taken with 53 seconds to go, and make sure you get the right play call on 3rd down. Don't need to get it all here. Get it close. Pick up some positive yardage and give yourself some options on, whether you want to kick a field goal if you can't get it in or try to punch it in. Very capable kicker in Austin Hart. for the Eagles.
And Coach Sims in that offensive huddle over there on the sideline, he's going through his play. He's got it picked out by now. He's explained to the guys what he expects on this and how they're going to get a big chunk of this yardage on this third down and make it fourth and manageable, whether you want to kick the field goal or if you want to go for it with a minute or with 53 seconds left.
Good discussion here. We may see another one taken after this play too. Goodland will get the football to start the second half, so you know they're going to be pretty content here to get into the house if they can. Try to recoup and make some adjustments. Colby will head out. One receiver split to each side of the field. Russ is lined up as a tight end to the right side. Matchell gets the snap, looking to throw in the corner of the end zone, looking for Ben Matchell, and that one dropped by the Tuba player over there, out of bounds. Band getting ready to line up over there. They tried to pull it in. I think it's actually the band director. The Tuba player would have caught it.
Yeah.
46 seconds to go here in the half, and it's a fourth down for Colby. There was a flag on the play there, and it looks like it's against the Eagles. Now here's the deal. Do you take this one, move us back a little further, or do you and give us another down, or do you decline it and get it to fourth down? They're going to push Colby back, which kind of takes you out of field goal range, but again gives you two shots at it with 46 seconds left. So they will take the penalty of 10 yards, and Colby's going to have it out at the 25-yard line. But again, 2 plays to work with and 46 seconds to go. Ben Matchell will be split out wide to the left side for Colby. Russ split wide to the right side. Holzmeister in the slot to the right. Matchell with a lot of time, but now pressured. Rolls to his right side. Looking down the field. Fires just before he gets to the line of scrimmage, and it's deep and incomplete out of the back of the end zone. Did have Ben Matchell in the area. There's another penalty flag down.
And after the ball hits the ground, the side judge.
Is he calling ground? You know that?
Well, it was a late flag either way.
It may have been. He may have been across the line of scrimmage when he threw it. Yeah, and that's a loss of down. That's what happened. Matchell just waited a little too long. He was already across the line of scrimmage when he threw the football. And it was close, but I thought he hadn't gotten there yet. But the official on top of it says he did. So it makes it fourth down. Now here's the deal. I don't think the clock started on that play. We still have 36 seconds up there. So they're getting a little home clock operator on this one. And a timeout taken by Goodland with 36 seconds to go. Fourth down and a long way to go for Colby. They got to get it down to the 1-yard line for a first down. Football spotted on the 29 right now, so 28 yards to go. You're not looking for that. You're looking to get it into the end zone here if you're the Eagles. And I don't know what you run on this one, Thomas. They've had good pass protection. You know, even on that one, Josh had time early and just didn't have anywhere to throw and then had to scramble.
And you try and put it in the end zone here.
Yeah.
You got 36 seconds left. Worst case, you get an incomplete pass, and Goodland still got to march at 70 yards in 36 seconds. So you're pretty safe here trying to punch one into the end zone from 30 yards out.
Austin Russ to the right side. Ben Matchell to the left side. Young to the left side. Holzmeister in the slot to the left. Josh looking, firing, left side deep. Jump ball tipped around and incomplete. It was touched by both the Colby and Goodland player at one point in time on that one, but it lands on the ground incomplete. Cowboys will take over here with 28 seconds to go. Not a bad play. Again, just throw it up. Let your guys take a shot at it. Out of field goal range at that point. Now here we go. See what the Cowboys do, and would not be surprised at all to see them take some shots. They'll hustle to the line. 3 receivers to the left side, 2 receivers to the right side. Traxel alone in the backfield. In the shotgun. Gets the snap. Wants to run with it, and he does right up the middle. Just a design quarterback draw play. And Traxel gets some blocks and is still loose at the 40, the 35. Whitfield trying to chase him down and knocks him out of bounds. with 15 seconds to go. But a great run on the play by Trashville and a great play call, just a quarterback draw, everybody thinking pass, and they take it right up the gut. And a good job by Whitfield, though, getting down the field and running down Trashville from behind, using his speed. They spot it at the 11. 15 seconds to go for Goodland. They still have 2 timeouts remaining. They will send 2 receivers to each side of the field. And now a timeout's been called by Colby. With 15 seconds to go, and the Eagles are going to talk with their defensive coordinator and head coach, Coach Chris Gardner, and come up with some suggestions here and get the kids ready. Try to go into the halftime with this 27-12 lead. And again, Goodland will get the ball to start the second half, so you don't want to get this back to where it's a one possession game.
Right, for Colby, they need a big stop here. You got 11 yards to go, 15 seconds after that big Goodland run from Trexel. And you still got to respect the pass at this down and distance. They can still get a first down from here in the goal line, but really with the 15 seconds left, you're just playing for time.
So here we go. Goodland heads to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers bunched to the left. 1 receiver to the right side. Trexel in the pistol with 1 back to his left. It's Milky. Gets a snap rolling to his left side. It's Trexel. Fires, and it is incomplete, out of bounds. 5 seconds come off the clock, so we're down to 10 seconds left. Second and down to go for Goodland here on the 11. Probably time for 2 plays at the most. And at this point, you don't want to throw anything short. They're going to be looking for the end zone. Trexel back in the pistol. Milky to his right side. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Long snap, Cat gets it. Rolling, looking to his right side, takes it up the middle. It's that same quarterback draw. Colby strings it out this time. Trexel trying to get away. He's brought down, and that's going to end the... Nope, they get the timeout with 1 tick left on the clock. The Eagles get credit with a sack on that one. And now they'll have the football on the 15-yard line. Excuse me, the 15-yard line. In time for 1 play, barring a defensive penalty. We saw this a little last week. Colby had to do this at the end of the ball game against Clay Center. And we're able to finish off the game and get the win. Opportunity to do the same here now. And the official asking for 2 seconds to be put on the clock instead of just 1, which will matter absolutely nothing at this point. But I do go back to this, Thomas. Remember on the Colby had the football down here, and they did not start the clock.
Right.
Ran an entire play without any time coming off. This half should be over with. Yeah, they're wanting 2 seconds on the clock, but it's really not going to make any difference at all. There's time for 1 play period. Except the White Hat's going to wait.
There we go.
There they go. They got it. 2 seconds on the clock here. All right. Trexel gets the snap. Looking, firing over the middle, tipped and knocked away by the Eagles. And the half will come to an end with Colby on top of Goodland, 27-12 from Cowboy Stadium. Great first half of play for the Colby Eagles tonight. They will go to the half with a nice 15-point lead. We'll take a break, come back, get things rolling. It's the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. That starts after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Rhine.
And you did put in that...
Cornerstone Ag halftime show on 100.3.
We got that long break, half.
It's not as long. But if you're going to get some hot chocolate, I wouldn't get upset with it.
I just wanted to go down that ladder real quick, get out of this wind. It'd be nice if the wind wasn't in here.
Pull up a chair or something now.
On 100.3 The Ride.
Protect your home and business and the stuff that you love.
When it comes to insuring your home, vehicles, and valuables, don't just insure your stuff, strut your stuff. With Strut Insurance Services of Colby, located just west of Casey's convenience store and their store in Brewster. See their ad in the next directory.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you.
Service Oil Company in Colby is the place to fill up. Hi, this is Monica with the Service Oil Company. We
Actually, it's better.
Gas at prices that are hard to beat, and we have a
No,
great
he said we out of the wind. I said, yeah, it's a little better.
to fill you up.
It's
Service
chilly.
Oil Company is focused on bringing you quality fuel at the best prices possible. Come by and experience the difference for yourself.
Okay.
Service Oil Company is open weekdays from 8 to 12 and 1 to 5. With pay at the pump open 24/7. Located at 4th and Court in Colby.
The fall sports season.
Matt, you should have 6 total on the highlights, correct?
The house for 6, serving aces or swinging the clubs this fall.
That is correct. 2 of them Goodland or Colby.
We'll do that here.
All right. For Nike and Adidas, as well as Asics, Russell, Shoot, and Mizuno. Plus, they got a great selection of shoes and clothes and the best selection of Colby Eagle apparel around. So see them today on South Franklin and Colby, and they also want to wish you all the best of luck with the rest
If you're watching this on the internet, you picked a great night.
Welcome to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show.
Halloween candy
Break down the
warm.
first half
Yeah.
and bring you the highlights. Here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football on 100.3 The Ride. A Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show brought to you by Cornerstone Ag for your grain storage, marketing, and handling needs. See Eric Sperber and the crew today at Cornerstone Ag in Colby. Harvest underway out there. Man, they've been remodeling and adding new additions and more bins. Hard-working guys out there. Big and hard-working group of Eagles here in the first half of this game. Coach had talked about it this week, and I sat down with him this afternoon. We talked for quite a while about this game, both in the interview and then off air for a little bit. And he said it's just been a long week, a good week of practice, but you know, for the first time in a couple of years, you really got some things riding on the game tonight, and wanting to get these kids a taste of this as seniors into postseason play, because, you know, you look at things down the stretch here, you get the win tonight by 7 or more. Really, if you get the win, you're most likely going to go on, but 7 or more pretty much clinches a spot if you get into the math part of things. And of course, you're trusting the radio guy to do math here, but in the math side of things, that gets you into the next round of postseason play, and you're going to get Holcomb most likely, a team that we saw earlier in the season, a team that we went into the half with trailing 8-0 against. It was a close ball game at that point. They did score some late, but also a game we didn't play with Josh Matchell. We didn't play with Josh Brown. It was the first game that Holzmeister had to fill in at a quarterback for the Eagles. So, you know, it's a game that you never know down the stretch next week. It'll be a lot different football game than the first time.
Right, close game, week 5, coming out of the gates. Colby played well coming out of the gates. Just Holcomb made some adjustments Colby couldn't quite adjust to in the second half.
So it'll be fun to see. And they got a little worn down too. Again, when you were playing with that short on guys, you got a little tired late in that one. Good first half though, not tired at all here. They've been out and going quickly in this contest. We had a flurry of scoring in the opening quarter, 4 touchdowns in the first quarter of play, and they came in the last 6 minutes, all of them in the first quarter of the game tonight. Let's run through the scoring and highlights tonight. And we'll start with the Eagles as they got on the board first. 5:41 to go in the opening quarter of play. Colby struck on a 38-yard touchdown run by Ben Matchell.
We have the Goodland High School cheerleader.
Not hearing on my end here. Make sure you put that in audition for me. Extra point was good, 7-0 to score. Eagles on top. Then with 3:56 to go in the first quarter, Goodland answered right back on a 17-yard touchdown pass to Avila. Yeah, we'll just keep going here. 7-6 to score at that point in time. Colby with the lead as the extra point was not good for the Cowboys. Colby then answered again, 2:44 to go in the opening quarter, a 16-yard touchdown run by Ben Matchell. Colby gets the extra point. They lead it 14-6. The Eagles in strike again, just less than a minute later, 56 seconds later, if you want to get exact. And what I think is the play of the game so far, one of my favorites of the season, and it was Goodland dropping back to pass, quarterback Traxel rolling to his left side, Austin Hart chasing, The big guy hits the quarterback, grabs a hold of the football, and just rips it out of Traxel's hand, knocks him over, and then takes it 34 yards. And the lineman into the end zone for the Eagle touchdown. Extra point was good, and it was 21-6 in favor of Colby at that point in time. Goodland answered back with their first score of the second quarter. It came with 6:24 to go in the second on a 65-yard touchdown pass from Traxel to Avila. 21-12 as they missed the extra point. They went for 2 and didn't get in. Eagles then got the last score of the half with 3:55 to go in the second quarter on a 12-yard touchdown run by Ben Matchell. 27-12 to score. Colby leads at the end of the first half of play. We'll take a break, come back, talk more about this first half after a word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show and the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Man, as soon as that health tip comes up, I'm going to run down to my pickup. Is it?
Yep. It's only like 2 minutes tonight, but we still got about 6 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I got a big cup of pickup from
You're listening to
go for it. You want to get some hot chocolates?
The Ride.
I get like 3 of them.
Health insurance has changed. You have new options, but which one is right?
We're going to make it.
Farm Bureau agent Vernon Nerd knows health insurance.
Oh.
You understand?
How am I looking at time here on this one?
The differences between them, so you can feel confident about having the right insurance plan.
4 minutes-ish.
4:06. Okay, what happened on that? We just couldn't get them to play?
I don't know. The only thing I can think of is it wasn't in queue.
Doesn't need to be in queue. It needs to be in program and audition.
And it was. And it was
turned on the board and potted up.
No, it was not potted up. That's the problem.
There you go. That's all right. Don't worry about it. We'll be ready in the post game.
Yeah. I will still have all 6 of them, though.
That's all right. Good, yeah. Don't worry about it.
Stop by and talk to Carrie and the crew today at Northwest Kansas Decorating in Colby about all your flooring and cabinetry needs. Northwest Kansas Decorating, proud supporter of the Colby Eagles on 100.3.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Dunlock, now with Northwest Kansas Chiropractic in Colby. As part of the team at Northwest Kansas Chiropractic, I will not only be there to serve you and all your chiropractic needs, but will also be able to improve your health and well-being with acupuncture and Grafton technique. The Grafton technique breaks down scar tissue, helps in faster rehabilitation, treats chronic conditions like joint pain, plantar fasciitis, and fibromyalgia. I'm Dr. Mark Dunlock, inviting you to come see me at Northwest Chiropractic in Colby and start feeling better today.
Welcome back to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show.
You can go down there if you want.
Time for the Health Tip the Half with the doctors and Northwest
So you can go down there if you want. Yeah.
Experiencing persistent pain and stiffness in the bottom.
Just wait till the teams come back out.
It's either sharp or dull discomfort. Could be fun.
They'll put another 3 minutes on there too. So
Thick tissue or posture.
they'll put another 3 minutes up too. So
Common among distance runners with chronically tight hamstrings, back, calves, and Achilles tendons, or those who run in
about 2.5 minutes.
The condition may also be caused by muscular imbalance in the hips or pelvis. This imbalance can cause slight compensations in the stride that place more stress on one leg than the other. While correcting the imbalance permanently requires a strengthening program that helps.
again, I'd like to welcome our listeners online, our viewers online tonight here at nwksradio.com.
In addition to stopping or reducing running.
Again, we talked about it. You may have picked a good one to sit and watch tonight because it is freezing here in Goodland.
Up against the wall, keeping your arch and heel flat for a count of 10. Repeat this 10 times and do this 3 or 4 times per day. Roll a frozen water bottle under the arch of your foot. Stretch the foot first and roll out the arch for 10 minutes. You don't want to stretch the tendons on the ice cold. Freeze a golf ball and massage for caution. Hold a frozen golf ball under the foot, starting from front and working your way back. Put good pressure on each spot, medial, center, and lateral position. The 15 seconds before moving to the next area. Then roll the ball back and forth over the entire foot. Foam roll all muscles on the body above the plantar. Even tight shoulders can cause the condition. As your arms swing, it can throw off your proper hip alignment and foot strength. Doctors Eric and Amanda Grigg are chiropractors in Colby who can help alleviate both foot pain and the accompanying back. They also are able to measure percussion and orthotics when necessary. For more information, visit us online at nwcchiro.com or visit us at our office located at 770 South Range, just This is Dr. Eric Griggs with this week's topic.
When the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show returns, we will name the McKee Incorporated Hot Player of the first half, and we'll give you our keys to the second half. You're listening to the Colby Eagles on 100.3 The Ride.
Fall
38 seconds.
For getting cozy.
Thank you.
Perfect time to call McKee Incorporated for a new Lennox home comfort system. And right now, receive a rebate of up to $1,500 on your qualifying Lennox purchase. Call McKee Incorporated at 785-462-3132 today. That's 785-462-3132.
You want to try to run through the highlights?
I'd like to make you comfortable this season.
Yeah, we can if you
Let's
want.
do it. Let's do
All
it.
right.
Station never felt so good.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride. Cornerstone Ag halftime show continuing with Colby leading at the half 27-12 on this Halloween night in Goodland at Cowboy Stadium. Halftime show's going on right now as we speak, and two teams in the locker room warming up. I wish I was with them. It's freezing cold here in Goodland up high in the press box. Let's run through the highlights. We missed them here a minute ago. We're going to run through them again here with the scoring and highlights from the first half of the ball game. We'll start with the Eagles. 5:41 to go, first quarter. That 38-yard touchdown run by Ben Matchell. The right side blocking, backs in front of him. He cuts it up the field, breaks tackles down the sideline at the 20, the 10, touchdown, Colby. Extra point again, good, 7-0. Goodland got their first score, 17-yard touchdown pass from from Traxel to Avila. Awaits the snap, gets it, looks quickly to the left side, has a little wide receiver going to quick out, makes the catch, breaks the tackle, and he might score on this one. In fact, he will. Extra point, no good, 7-6. Colby on top. Then with 2:44 to go in the first, a 16-yard touchdown run by Ben Matchell. Josh Matchell in the pistol. Ben Matchell in motion from left to right. He'll get the handoff going to the right side. Goes off the block, kicks it to the outside, gets hit, drags the defenders into the end zone. Touchdown for Colby, and the score 14-6 at that point in time as the Eagles again get the extra point. Colby then, again, as I mentioned earlier, one of my favorite plays of the season so far, minute 50 to go, a 34-yard turnover that ends up being a touchdown. Austin Hart ending up in the end zone for Colby. Archer again to the left side, three receivers to the right. This time they'll keep him there, nobody in motion. Again, a quarterback keeper, just designed run up the middle, and this is a turnover. Oh, and the big guy is loose down the sideline for the Eagles. Austin Hart just takes it out of the hands of Traxel, and the big guy takes it to the end zone. Love it when a lineman scores. 21-6, Colby led. Traxel then hit Avila on another big play, 65-yard touchdown. There's a deep one down the field. The catch is made, and Avila is going to score. My goodness, the Cowboys fighting back here. 65-yard touchdown. They missed the two-point conversion, 21-12. And then Colby again punches that last one in with 3:55 to go in the second quarter on that 12-yard touchdown run by Ben Matchell. Behind Matchell in the pistol, handoff goes on the left side of the counter play. This is Ben Matchell on the carry. Gets to the corner, dives. Does he get in? No indication. Late indication, but he did get into the end zone. Trust me on that one. 27-12, as Colby did not get the extra point on that one. Eagles on top at the half with a minute 24 to go. Here in the halftime, we'll take a break, come back, name our hot hand of the first half after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
This break says that
Cornerstone Ag is committed to the Northwest Kansas community because they're proud to be a part of it. At Cornerstone Ag, the staff works hard to be your local answer to all of your grain storage and handling needs, as well as a great local marketing resource.
Hey, Chad.
Yo.
This says it's the second half open. Do you want me to stick another commercial in here?
Please do.
All right.
Give me a minute if you would. Just move that optional up. Where local customer service is not just a priority, it's the only way they'll do business.
Technology is changing and is making banking easier than ever. Hi, this is Skylar with Farmers and Merchants Bank, and although we wish you could visit us in person, we understand that in today's busy world, sometimes it's difficult for you to make it to the bank. Luckily, we have just rolled out many new features: mobile banking, hot money, online bill pay, text banking, and mobile capture. So no matter where you're at, so is Farmers and Merchants Bank. Call us today for any questions about our new product at 785-460-3321. Together making a difference. Member FDIC.
This has been the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show on 100.3 The Ride. Brought to you by Cornerstone Ag in Colby, where they serve the area's grain storage, marketing, and handling needs. Now, with the call of the second half, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Eagles on
100.3 The Ride.
Go ahead and run it.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Football season is here, and it's time to get that game day meal ready. Colby has always had great service that allow you to have a tasty meal that's convenient. They have the lunchtime buffet in their renovated restaurant. They still have carry-out and delivery services for those of you who want to eat at home. Pizza Hut is now a Wing Street location as well, with 3 different types of wings, sauces. You can find the perfect combo for watching football. You can get that perfect game day meal with pizza or wings.
All right, don't worry about it.
Wing Street in Colby.
It's time someone stood up for breakfast. The meal that sets the tone for your entire day. Hey, a soy latte isn't breakfast. Toaster pastries from a vending machine aren't either. Fluffy scrambled eggs, sizzling sausage, bacon. This is
Where'd she go?
And this is what's in Taco John's breakfast burritos, along with nacho cheese and golden potato olays, wrapped up like scrambled sunshine. They're the best breakfast burritos in town, only at Taco John's.
There you go.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride. Well, we're ready for the second half. They got us a space heater here.
Yeah.
So the back of the legs are going to be at least going down. We got some hot chocolate.
That's handy.
I'm all good now. Good first half, 27-12. Colby on top of Goodland. Both teams out here warming back up and getting set for the second half. Goodland will receive the kick to start the second half. And we'll see what kind of adjustments the two coaches have made at halftime. Again, Colby didn't need to make a lot. That was a good first half. Just need to make sure they keep up with what Goodland's doing here and not give up the big plays.
Right, keep executing offensively. Do what's worked for you. Don't go away from that until Goodland's able to stop you, and then try and figure out something else.
That may be the hottest hot chocolate ever.
It's pretty amazing.
I'm not going to be able to taste anything for weeks. My mouth's just burnt. 30 seconds to go. Matchell going to tee it off and up, I should say, and ready to go. Good crowd on hand here tonight for Colby. Seeing some kids in costume here on both sides tonight. Some that aren't and should be. We're waiting on the clock to be set as Matchell was ready to kick it, but they're still running down the last 8 seconds before the half. But you don't have to do that. The teams are ready. Let's put some time on there and go. Nobody here is going to argue.
No.
Fans in their blankets tonight, kind of all huddled together. Now we got 12 minutes on the clock. Half 2 underway. Ben Matchell, squib kick right down the middle of the field, bounces and rolls, picked up at about the 20-yard line. Return to the outside, and Avila on the carry. That's Hernandez on the carry. Gets it out to the 30, so gains about 11 yards on the play. And the Cowboys will take over their first possession of the second half on the 31-yard line. If you're Colby, you want to pick up where you left off here, get off to a quick start here in half number 2.
Yeah, you want to get a quick 3 and out here defensively. Start this second half off like you ended the first half.
3 receivers to the left, man in motion from left to right, so we'll end up with twins on each side. Traxel to pass, fires over the middle, batted and almost intercepted. Ben Matchell batted it away and couldn't pull it in, and then it was tipped around and landed incomplete.
A great job by Ben on the tip, able to get that ball up in the air and able to get his teammates a chance at it. The Eagles just come up short.
There was a bullet by Traxel. You could actually hear the ball hit Matchell's hands here in the press box with our headphones on. 2 receivers to each side again. Snap a little bit low, but Traxel gets it, fires quickly to the outside and incomplete. Overthrown and intended on the play for Luke Avila.
Traxel just misses Avila on the speed out, just over his outreached arms. Brings up a long 3rd down 10 for the Goodland Cowboys on their own 32-yard line.
A good start here, see if they can get something done on 3rd down. Cowboys will send a man in motion from left to right. Traxel gets a snap looking to his left side. Pressured, evades Austin Hart. Now throws, it's tipped again, and now incomplete. Tipped twice on the play and falls incomplete. And 3 and out here for Goodland in a punting situation.
And on that play, Traxel does a good job of extending it with his legs. Goodland on the second reaction routes ended up with 2 receivers in the same area, which never
ends good. Now, that also means there's going to be 2 defenders there, right? At least. So here's the punt. Snap a little high. Whitfield trying to get a hand on it. It goes away from Matzel. It'll bounce and roll out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He looked a little frustrated. Like, don't kick away from me. I want this. So Colby will start their first possession tonight. And they spot it on the 23. Wow. That's kind of generous. Looked like it had gone out at about the 26. Nonetheless, this is where Eagles will start. See if they can continue to roll here in the second half. Split backs behind Josh Matchell. Handoff right side to Ben Matchell. Cuts it up the middle. Hit in the backfield. Spins forward for a yard. 2nd and 9 to go. Not a lot of running room on that one. Goodland with good penetration on the defensive line.
Ben isn't able to pick up the blocks on the off tackle play. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
11 minutes to go here. Just underway in the second half. They fake the handoff. No, give it to Ben Matchell on the right side. Breaks tackles on the sideline. Matchell at the 40. He's at midfield, sprinting down the sideline at the 40 to 30, and tripped up at the 25-yard line. A big run by Ben Matchell. Almost 50 yards on the carry for Matchell, and an Eagle first down.
Ben's able to find a crease with Goodland playing their whole defense up that time towards the line of scrimmage, playing in tight. Ben gets a crease on the edge off the tackle and is able to turn it into a huge gain for the Eagles down in Goodland territory.
Colby back to the line of scrimmage. They'll send one receiver to the right. This is Tanner Elias in motion. And a handoff up the middle, and there's a touchdown. Austin Pieper right up the middle of the field, untouched. Takes it 26 yards, and Colby strikes first in half number 2.
And Pieper got a well-deserved touchdown right there. He's been a horse here so far tonight with runs up the middle. Big first downs for Colby. Dragon players with him. Finally gets one of his own instead of lead blocking on a touchdown tonight.
How many times this season has Pieper gotten a run down to like the 1-yard line and then somebody else gets to finish it off? This time he does. And here's another kick up and good on the extra point. 33-12 to score. Colby with the lead here in the second half of play, just starting the third quarter and getting out of the gates in the second half. We talked about how important that would be for Colby Thomas, and defensively come out 3 and out, then march it down the field and score. Huge momentum boost.
Huge for Colby. You're able to get out of that first half with no points going on the board after Traxel's able to get that big run on the quarterback draw play. And then you come out, make a quick 3 and out, and then offensively just clicking on all cylinders and able to march down the field and pick up a big 7 points, excuse me.
Get set for the kickoff here. 34-12. Colby on top.
Back to receive the kickoff for the Cowboys, Luke Avila.
Luke Avila is back deep, and Hernandez as well for the Cowboys. Avila to the left, Hernandez to the right. Or you could say Avila to the north and Hernandez to the south. There you want to look at it. And we'll get the squib pick, and it hits the up man and bounces around. That was dangerous there for a second. Oh my, what a tackle by Whitfield. Flies through there and just demolishes the return man for the Cowboys. A quick stop on that one. Goodland will start this on the 34-yard line, and I tell you what, he gets up deliberately, but a little slower there is Milky as he took a shot from Dante Whitfield. 1st and 10 to go. Cowboys will start their second possession of the half. They went 3 and out on 3 incomplete passes on their first possession. 2 of them tipped by Colby. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. This time they'll hand it off up the middle, and this is Milky on the play, and Austin Hart meets him in the backfield, and he gets up and he pushes Hart. You got to flag that. You can't do that. Hart stopped, didn't take him to the ground. The forward progress was blown, and Hart stopped.
And a great play by Austin Hart, getting off his block, shedding his block, using his hands well, gets those big arms extended, and then is able to wrap up Milky, I believe, in the backfield.
Yeah, they pulled him out of the game too. Coach let him have it on the sideline. Snap is low, but they get to it. Pass on the outside is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver that time, and Levi Clem. And that'll bring up a third down now and 13 to go.
And Traxel tries to hit Clem on just a little hitch route. Josh Brown is able to drive on the route, drive through the receiver as the ball's tipped up in the air.
Third down and 13 to go. Man in motion across the formation. Here's the snap. Traxel firing deep down the field, and it is almost intercepted. Tanner Elias, the only man close to that football, the only man that had a chance to make a play on it, I should say. It was intended for Archer. So a punting situation again here. Colby holds Goodland 3 and out on their first 2 possessions of the second half.
And that's big for Colby. Tanner Elias does a great job on that on that fade route down the far sideline, and he's able to outrun the receiver to the football. Traxel throws up and almost comes away with an interception.
So here we go. Punting situation. Kick is away. He had to hurry because Colby got back there, and this one's going to bounce and go out of bounds at the 37-yard line of Colby, and that's where they'll start this drive. They have looked dominant offensively in this game tonight. We'll see what Colby does here. In the double wing, Ben Matchell in motion from left to right. They'll hand it to him. He'll cut it up the middle of the field, now to the left side, and Ben Matchell's loose again at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 15, 10, dives, touchdown! Ben Matchell, one play, takes it to the house, 63 yards. 64 to be exact, actually, and the Eagles now lead 40-12.
And just a little off-tackle play to the right side of the field or the far side of the field from us, Chad. And Ben's able to get through the line of scrimmage, gets to the second level of the Goodland defense, sticks a foot in the ground, cuts back across the field, across the green, and outruns everybody to the corner of the end zone for 6.
Colby will line up for the extra point here. The snap good. The kick is on the way, but a penalty flag is down as it went through the uprights, but it's not going to count here. It's against Goodland encroachment. So even though that went through, you got to kick it again because that's a dead ball penalty. This one is up and good. 41-12, Colby on top. Here in the fourth quarter of play, we'll take a break. Back with more of the Eagles on radio in just a minute.
The Eagles soar back to your radio.
It's only the third quarter, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Sorry.
And then, what's the time on it?
9:18.
Thank you.
To have a tasty
Less than
meal
3
that's
minutes.
convenient. Yeah. They have the lunchtime buffet and their renovated restaurant, and they still have carry-out and delivery services for those of you who want to eat at home.
What's the time on the last touchdown?
10:30 on the first one, 9:18 on the second one here at the half.
10:30, thank you.
Big game day meal with pizza or wings from Pizza Hut and Wing Street in Colby.
It's time someone stood up for breakfast. The meal that sets the tone for your entire day. Hey, a soy latte isn't breakfast. Toaster pastries from a vending machine aren't either. Fluffy scrambled eggs, sizzling sausage, bacon. This is breakfast. And this is what's in Taco John's breakfast burritos, along with nacho cheese and golden potato olays, wrapped up like scrambled sunshine. They're the best breakfast burritos in town, only at Taco John's.
Taco John.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back. Kick over to about the 17-yard line and picked up by the Goodland Cowboys, and not anything to go there on that one as Colby quickly down the field and dragged down the return man in Austin Hernandez. Goodland going to start this drive on the 24-yard line.
Great kickoff coverage by the Eagles again, as they've had all game here tonight. Pinning Goodland back deep in their own territory.
Snap a little low. Traxel gets to it. He's rolling to his right side as a man down the field. And the catch made on the sideline, and we may have a late hit. Yeah. Penalty flag on Colby. That'll be an extra 15 yards tacked onto the end of this one, as Josh Brown just couldn't get stopped and hit Avila after he went out of bounds. It wasn't deliberate, it wasn't malicious, but it was one of those just unavoidable ones, but still made the contact.
And Josh still kind of hobbling a little bit out there.
Yeah.
Might have tweaked an ankle a little bit earlier in the game.
So they'll get this walked off. We'll see where they end up spotting it. So when they get it all spotted down, it actually ends up in Colby territory at the 48. Cowboys will send one man to each side of the field. A little confusion here on the receiver. Now he gets the call. Snap is there. They have a little screen set up, but they're going to throw it over the middle. The catch is made, but an immediate tackle by the Eagles. That one brought in on the play by Levi Archer, but he's tackled immediately. 8-yard play. Going to bring up 2nd and 2 from the Colby 40.
Archer's able to pick up the reception on his in route. Brady Holzmeister's there to make the quick stop and force 2nd down and 2 for the Cowboys.
Goodland, the man in motion from left to right. Traxel rolling to his right side. Has some time, looks, throws, and it is dropped. Incomplete. Archer couldn't quite pull it in. It might have been tipped right before it got to him. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 2 now.
And great job by Ben Matchell. Bumps the crossing route above him where he knows he has help from the free safety, Brady Holzmeister, coming across the field. Ben runs underneath of it, trailing it across the field. And as the ball gets there, Ben's able to tip it and disrupt the pass.
One receiver to each side. Pistol formation. Snap a little low, but Traxel again gets to it. Fires, and it's incomplete. And tell you what, after making that catch, Brown just absolutely drilled Avila. I think if he pulled that in, I don't know if he hangs on to it when he comes to the ground after the hit he took from Brown. 4th and 2. Big play. Eagles would really like to get a stop here. I would not be surprised to see the quarterback keeper on this one. They've ran that several times in these short yardage situations. Traxel will send everybody and then take off himself. Man in motion from left to right across the formation. Traxel in the pistol gets the snap, rolling to his right side, looking deep down the field. They're going to go for the bomb. Instead, it's overthrown and incomplete, intended for Levi Archer, and Colby will take over on downs from their own 41-yard line. 8:16 to go here in the 3rd quarter, 41-12, Colby on top.
And Goodland that time comes out in an ace set with in shotgun in the backfield. And Archer is able to run a deep post, deep skinny post from the far side of the field. His receiver position is able to beat the Colby defense, but Traxel just throws it too far and ends up incomplete.
One receiver to the left side. Tanner Elias in the backfield. He goes in motion across the formation. Handoffs up the middle, and Matthew Pieper destroying a Goodland defender, taking it across midfield, picking up 11 yards and an Eagle 1st down. He gets up a little wobbly at the end of that play. He took a hard hit to the lower body, and you can see him. I mean, he's okay. Well, he could stay in the game if he wanted to, but he's going to go out and get a breather here. And check it in is Chevin Martin in his place. Watch this kid run.
He'll run hard.
Hey, he's a freshman. Doesn't get a lot of playing time, but when he gets in there, he is explosive, extremely fast. He will line up to the left side of quarterback Josh Matchell with Holzmeister to the right side. And here's the handoff. That's Holzmeister on the carry, going from right to left. He's across the 45 and down to the 41. And more pushing after the play by Goodland. Tanner Elias clear away from that one, and he's pushed from behind by Hagen Haas.
And Brady makes a great run on this. He's able to get out in front. He's patient, allows Chevin Martin to get in front of him. And Chevin picks up a big block behind a good offensive line push. And Brady's able to pick up 8 on the play.
Here's Chevin Martin on the carry this time. The freshman will get it up the middle to the 40 and down to the 39 or so, just across the 40. So he'll be a little bit short of the first down. Brings up third down for the Eagles and less than a yard to go. Clock still running. Nope. We're going to have an official timeout here. The Eagles had Ziegelmeyer a little banged up on that one. So he will come out and Googleman will come in his place.
And this is where the depth of Colby on the front line has helped them this year. They've been banged up a little bit here and there, and they're 6 guys deep, and that really benefits for them as a unit up front.
Eagles get set to go again. Handoff's going to go up the middle. Pieper breaking free on the right side and gets it down to the 32-yard line. First down for the Eagles as he picks up 9. 41-12 the score. Colby on top. We still have 6:58 to go here in the third quarter. Unbelievable night for the Eagles. Been waiting for this on the season. They've shown glimpses of it. And tonight they have come out and played extremely hard against their arch rivals in the Cowboys. Handoff's going to go left side this time for Colby, and this is Holzmeister breaking tackles and getting it inside the 20 and all the way down to the 17-yard line. That'll be another first down and a gain of 12 in the play.
Another off-tackle play by the Eagles. Brady's just able to stick a foot in the ground, get north-south, and he's able to pick up some big yards.
Colby being very patient here, just pounding away at the Cowboys. High formation. On-bounce line to the left side. Handoff's going to go to Holzmeister in that direction, and well defended by Goodland that time. Jarrell Miller getting through there and getting a hold of Holzmeister, dragging him down for a loss of 3.
And Colby doesn't get the nose guard taken care of on that last play. Lines up in a 0, head up Casey Quigliano, the Eagles center. And nobody gets a hand on him, some miscommunication up front, and he's able to sneak into the backfield and take down Holzmeister for a loss.
The clock continuing to run. About 5:50 to go here in the third quarter. Colby back up to the line of scrimmage. Quick snap, handoff left side, counter play. Holzmeister inside the 15, spinning his way down. And we'll see where they spot it. About the 12-yard line. So he gets the 3 lost plus about 4 more. That'll give him 5 more. So 8 on the play, but it's going to bring up third down and long 5 here for the Eagles.
And Colby runs some misdirection play in the backfield, gets the Goodland defense flowing one way, comes back the other, and Brady's able to pick up some big yards on the crossback.
Eagles will head back in here. Pieper in at the pistol back. That's Tanner Elias in motion on the formation to the right side. Trying to kick it to the outside. Goodland defends this one well, and Elias hit hard at the end of that one. Driven down for no gain, and he's going to lose about 6. Going to bring up 4th and 11. Colby really kind of spelling Ben Matchell right now, and some of the other backs giving them some time. Of course, they're playing both ways, so trying to take advantage. They're going to go for a field goal here. So Isaac Nichols will line up here for the field goal attempt of 34 yards. Snap low, they get the hold up. The kick is on the way, and it is no good. Missed it a little bit to the left. Had the distance, but couldn't quite get her through there. Not a bad kick, and a good chance to try that. I mean, it's not something you get to do every week, and you got a nice lead here. Didn't quite get it in there, and now Goodland will get the football back here, and they'll start this drive on the 20. Great performance by the Eagles here tonight, especially in this second half. Goodland's had 2 3-and-outs. This time they're going to hand it off up the middle, and Not a bad game that time by Hernandez. He picks up a couple of yards, give him 3, 2nd and 7 to go. He went 3 and out all passing on those first 2 drives. Now trying to maybe open it up with the run. They've had some success running tonight with Traxel.
They have had a lot of success. They've gotten him in some open space, running a few draws with him, some design plays to the outside, and he's able to use his size and his toughness to run through some arm tackles.
Here's a tremendous catch made. The ball thrown deep down the sideline. Good coverage by Josh Brown, but jumping up and pulling it in for the Cowboys on the play was Avila. He pulls it in at the Eagle 37-yard line, and that's a big play and a first down for the Cowboys. And they're going to hustle to the line here and try to get a quick snap off. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Traxel gets the snap, looking left side, thrown underneath, and Tanner Elias meets the receiver immediately. Gain of only a yard on the play is pulled in by Nolan Deeds.
And Tanner Elias does a good job coming downhill on the speed out, able to make contact, stands him up, starts pushing him back. Pretty soon Chevin Martin shows up, the freshman from his outside linebacker position, helps Tanner finish off the play.
Cowboys will hustle to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Traxel in the pistol. Deeds in motion across the formation. Traxel gets the snap. Rolling to his right side, being pressured. Penalty flag is down, and Traxel avoids one defender. Now another penalty flag down. Throw down in the field, incomplete, out of bounds. 2 flags down on the play. I think these are going to go against the Cowboys. Colby was just harassing Traxel, who was dancing around quite successfully to avoid the sack on the play. And the official discussing things with the Goodland coach here. Hold against the Cowboys, face mask against the Eagles, offsetting penalties, 2nd down all over again. So, we'll just redo this one.
And great penetration up front by the Eagles. The Eagles end up getting Bryce Armiger and Austin Hart back there in the backfield. Almost get Traxel down, just come up a hair short. He's able to escape out of that and throw the ball downfield to avoid the sack.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Colby into the neutral zone. Good hard count there by Traxel. Colby had their ears pinned back on that one. They were coming after him and got there a little early. So 5-yard penalty, and it'll make it 3rd down and 4 to go here. Excuse me, 2nd down and 4 to go for the Cowboys. 2:47 left here in the 3rd quarter, 41-12 Colby. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. They'll fake the handoff. Traxel throws the bomb to the corner of the end zone. It's underthrown and incomplete. And that is a penalty flag on Colby. Again, he didn't make contact, but he got right in his face, put his arms in the air, and you've got to turn on that one if you're the Eagles. If you're Brian, you've got to turn and make a play toward the ball if you're gonna get that inside position and make contact. And that's why the flag's thrown, pass interference against the Eagles. It's a good call. So it'll make it 1st and 10 to go here for the Cowboys as they mark this one off. Russ called on the interference. Ball will be spotted on the Colby 15-yard line. 2:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 41-12 Colby. Goodland set. 3 receivers bunched to the right, 1 receiver left. Traxel with lots of time this time. Fires into the back of the end zone. Incomplete. I'll tell you what, the defender for Colby and one of the receivers for Goodland, that's Tanner Elias, that time just runs into Levi Clem. And I don't think either of them saw the other one coming. They were coming from opposite directions in a massive collision there. Both of them got up a little slow on that one. 2nd and 10 to go for the Cowboys. 2:25 to play now. 3rd quarter. And here's that quarterback keeper, Traxel, dancing around. Now gets to the outside. Gets away from the defender and knocked out of bounds. Inside the 10. They'll spot it at about the 8-yard line. We'll bring up 3rd down and 4 to go. And he goes out of bounds, too, so that stops the clock again.
Yeah. A lot of clock stoppage so far here in this third quarter.
Very, very long football game tonight with all the incomplete passes stopping the clock and then plays out of bounds. That's what happens when you get a throwing team like Goodland. 3 receivers bunched to the left, 1 to the right, Traxel in the pistol, 1 back behind him, Hernandez, and Hernandez will get the pitch on the play to the left side, cuts it up the middle, hit and brought down at about the 4-yard line. He'll have the first down, though, and Goodland will have a 1st and goal to go from there. Good stretch play.
Good stretch play. Colby's just not able to stretch it out far enough on the defensive side of the ball to get out there and help the cornerback. Getting blocked by the receiver. Avila cuts it inside. Colby's eventually there to clean it up, but not before he gets to the second level of the defense.
Just under 2 minutes to go. Clock running here, and now a timeout going to be taken by the Cowboys with 1:55 to go in the third. We'll take it with them. 41-12, Colby on top. Back with more of the Eagles on radio and Colby football in just a minute.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Oh, my God. For one-stop shopping in Colby, Kansas, don't forget about Colby's Walmart.
Yeah, I can't feel my
Colby
hands.
has a great selection of grocery items in the store. From meat to macaroni, they've got it in the grocery department of Walmart.
She was prepared.
All the latest movies on
I like her eyes. That's it.
That's it.
4 Wii games.
And the only reason those aren't covered is you got to see the camera.
Yeah.
There's a pharmacy there to serve you as well. Walmart of Colby.
Could've got you some goggles.
Of the community and proud to support local high school student athletes. For all your one-stop shopping, it's
Oh,
Walmart.
man.
Colby.
Really hoping Goodland starts running the ball here.
Well, there's a little bit of chill in the air, and they can keep that chill off you there at Plum Creek Limited.
We need to get it back here, Matt.
We do have for ladies and for men. Okay. Clothing for fall.
Like now. Welcome back. We'll break in and get back to that spot a little bit later on. Goodland quickly out of the timeout here. Handoff up the middle and run play to the right side. They get a yard. Needed 2 to get into the end zone. Ball's on the 4, I should say. They get 2, and they're down to about just inside the 2-yard line. On the carry was Ricky Milkey that time for the Cowboys. They'll head up to the line of scrimmage. Clock running, 1:34 to go. Handoff right side. They'll get into the end zone. Touchdown on the play. Hernandez takes it in for the Cowboys from 2 yards out. So Goodland gets their first score of the second half, 41-18. The Cowboys will head out here. I think probably go for 2. I'm not sure. There's a little confusion. They get the play in now from the sideline. They will hustle to the line here. Get set. Power I formation. Back goes in motion to the right side. And they run that little jump pass, and it's incomplete. And really a catchable football, just dropped by the
2 receivers in the same area.
Yeah.
One of them tips it up to the back, one just can't complete it.
Vila couldn't pull it in. So the score stays 41-18. Colby on top of Goodland. 1 minute, 25 seconds to go here in the third quarter. May have been one of the longest third quarters in the history of football.
Yeah. This weather's not helping us.
No, but lots of incomplete passes, lots of passing plays, out of bounds.
Couple timeouts.
Yeah. But Goodland does get into the end zone.
We'll see Coach Wildman's kickoff return unit trying to get somebody in there for Matchell to get him a break here, and as a return man. It looks like they're going to bring in Tate Carney to put him deep back there.
So Tate Carney back there. Also back is Shavin Martin. So a couple of young speedsters deep for the Eagles. And they'll go with the onside kick again. Whitfield jumps forward, scoops it up, lands on it at the 49-yard line of the Cowboys, and the Eagles with tremendous field position here.
And we'll see if the Eagles will take advantage of this good field position like they did earlier in this football game when Goodland tried a onside kick.
There is a penalty flag down on the far side of the field. may have been offsides on the Cowboys. That's exactly what it is. And I imagine, nope, we're going to kick it again. Surprised me a little. I guess was that a dead ball? Because it's offsides.
Yeah.
So you can't really decline it. Because if you could, you decline that football. You've got it at the 48-yard line. You don't want to take a risk of actually losing one on an onside.
Absolutely.
So.
Only have 10. Only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We only have 10. You want to treat these guys out? You want to treat them out?
Eagles getting ready here. Cowboys, we'll see what they do, if they're going to go ahead and kick it away now or if they'll try another onside. The Eagles are ready for either. And they will just kick it away this time, and Chevin Martin going to pick it up at about the 24-yard line. A right return, so he has to run all the way across the field. Now cuts it down the field. A penalty flag is down. Martin with a nice return, going to get it near midfield before he goes out of bounds, but this penalty flag flying back at about the 28-yard line and kind of in the area where you normally see a hold.
I think they're going to get Colby for a cut block there. One of the outbacks took out the knees of a Goodland special teams player on the kickoff coverage.
Yeah, call. So the Eagles will have a little further field position. I'm not really opposed to this. Not that you don't like the good field position and the nice return, but I like that we're running the football.
Yeah.
And we'll take a nice long drive maybe and run this clock down a little bit. 41-18, Colby on top. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. I formation, slide back to the left. That's Tanner Elias. Handoff's going to go up the middle. Just on the right side between guard and tackle, and a nice 5-yard gain on first down for the Eagles. Looked like Pieper on the carry.
From Pieper again, Matthew Pieper, a kid that we talked about all season long in this pistol back position, which is, typically a fullback back there behind the quarterback. He's a kid that once you hit him the first time, he's not going to go down, and he always falls forward. He's able to get an extra yard or two after contact.
Straight eye under center this time is Colby. Handoff left side. Pieper again with a nice run of about 6 yards and a first down for Colby. Actually, that was Holzmeister on the carry. He had lined up that time as the pistol back. First down and 10 to go, and the ball on the Eagle 31-yard line. 31 seconds to go here in the quarter. Colby taking their time. They will have to run a play, though, before the quarter comes to an end. Eagles waiting for it to come from the sideline. Still waiting. They get to the line of scrimmage here. I formation, quick snap, handoff, left side, second back through. Got a 3-yard gain on the carry across the 30 out to the 34 for Holzmeister. Second down and 8 to go. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. 41-18. Colby on top. We'll take a break, back with the fourth quarter after this word from our sponsors. 100.3 The Rhine.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland. The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Physical ailments and injuries are a red light on the road of life. Tina Harris Physical Therapy.
I tried to turn it. The cord's all the longer the cord is, though.
Red light's green, allowing you to move forward with life. Pre-screening for pain and injury, sports medicine, hand therapy.
I don't want you getting sick, or my wife will never.
By Tina Harris Physical Therapy, and this is
Let me live it down.
Self-handling of the services they offer. If it has to do with bringing you back to health and enjoying normal everyday life, chances are Tina Harris Physical Therapy can help, and they work with most insurance companies. Bring painful red lights back to green with Tina Harris Physical Therapy on Franklin and
One more left.
Farm Credit Western Kansas.
Thank you.
This
once again returned $2.5 million of patronage to its members. In just the past 10 years alone, we have put nearly $20 million back into the area economy. At Farm Credit, we're proud to be the area's leading ag lender.
I can't hear you, but just we'll talk later. We got to go here.
For owners. If you're involved in agriculture and not a Farm Credit member, why not? Call us at 1-800-657-6048 to find out the difference it makes being an owner. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
We came back, the handoff went to the right side. Ben Matchell picked up about 4 yards. We've got 3rd and 6 to go for Colby. They run that end around. Power play to the right side. Matchell on the carry, has the first for the Eagles as Ben takes it out to the 44-yard line. That stretch play has been huge for Colby tonight.
Yeah, Colby's able to use the stretch play well tonight. Able to get off the edge, the off-tackle play, everything through that C gap right there. Colby's just been able to control offensively.
Colby will get the play from the side, and we'll talk about that. These two teams similar in the fact that they don't huddle, but do it a little bit differently. Holzmeister in motion, handoff Pieper up the middle. Matthew just continues to break tackles and almost broke loose on that one. He does. I mean, he's picking up 14 yards and a first down into Cowboy territory, but almost took that one to the house. Just refuses to go down. He gets more yards after contact than a lot of players. But as I was talking to Thomas, both of these teams know huddles. Colby uses the play cards from the sidelines. They look over there. Goodland uses some hand signals to get theirs in, but neither team huddles. Neither team are hurry up, but they are no huddle offenses. This time Colby fakes the handoff to Pieper up the middle. They go to Holzmeister on the left side, who was initially tripped up, somehow regained his balance, and then ends up with nearly 10 yards on the carry. It's going to depend on the spot. He may have gotten 10 in a first down.
And it's a great counter play, and it's not technically well executed by the Eagles offense. I mean, they just catch Goodland over pursuing so bad that Brady's able to make a couple moves and get out of the backfield without being tripped up, and puts a hand on the ground, keep his balance, and he picks up a big first down.
Well, 1st and 10 to go for the Eagles, 31-yard line of Goodland. The Eagles will put a diamond formation. Josh Matchell gets the snap, hands it off on the left side, and loose down the sideline. Matthew Pieper breaking tackles at the 10. He got loose in his hand. Pieper takes it to the house. 31-yard touchdown run by Matthew Pieper, and the Eagles get another one here tonight. They lead it by a score of 47-18.
And Pieper does a great job busting. He busts through the line of scrimmage and kicks it out to the outside where he sees green grass. He's able to run through an arm tackle by the defensive back of the Goodland Cowboys and bust and get into the end zone for a touchdown.
Extra point opportunity. Kick is up, and that's good. 48-18. Colby on top. We'll take a break. Back with more of the Eagles on radio and Colby football in just a minute.
The Eagles soar back to your radio after this.
Kansas City Chiefs football is on 100.3 The Ride. Catch all the action each week with Mitch Holtis and Hall of Famer Len Dawson. Kansas City is at home this week against the New York Jets. Kickoff at noon Central. Chiefs football on 100.3 The Ride is brought to you by Gennard Block, the great
30 points in the fourth
Jack
quarter.
Automotive and 24-hour towing.
Isn't that the
Pioneer
conference
Feed
rule
Yard,
for
Hoxie Feed Yard, the Buckhorn
continues?
Restaurant and Mittens TA, Larry and Dinah Dixon, Mitt Trucking, Logan County Implement, Fitz Meat Market, the Model Gallery, and Farm Credit of Western Kansas.
With a successful season under his belt, quarterback Jake Waters returns as the main man in the backfield.
Jake will quarterback sneak it to the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Behind legendary head coach Bill Snyder, the Cats look to tear up the Big 12. Catch all of the action right here on the K-State Sports Network.
Wildcat football on 100.3 The Ride is brought to you in part by Mittens Day.
Yes.
Edward Jones, Chris Yost, Next Tech Wireless, and Wilson Trailer Sales.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride. Hernandez on the return takes it around the left side. And they will start this drive on the 31-yard line. Penalty flag is down, though, on the far side of the field. They got a little bit of a premature whistle on that one.
Yeah.
Goodland kid was not down. The fans aren't happy about it. They have every right to be upset. The Goodland fans do on that one. Clock at 9:52 to go, and they discuss things here and what the penalty was. And you got a 30-point game in the fourth quarter with 9:52 to go. Nobody wants a long discussion. We know it's against the Cowboys as they march back. And I think they're... It's not going to matter here at this point either, Thomas, because the penalty is going to come from the spot of the foul on the hold or the block in the back either, or the shot block either way at the 31-yard line, unless it's something we're not sure about. Now they're over discussing things with Coach Chris Gardner of the Eagles. And Goodland coach Stevenson, he's out about 10 yards onto the field as well, wanting an explanation as to what is going on. The fans are just saying, hey, I'm cold.
Yeah.
We don't care. Make up your mind at this point.
For some reason, there's still 10 minutes left in this game.
The reason is a lot of passing.
Yeah.
For the Goodland Cowboys tonight, and they've been off as well. We've got a lot of incomplete passes, so the clock's just been stopped. It hasn't run hardly at all. Colby right now, they want the football back, and let's have a 9-minute drive.
Yeah.
So now they've come all the way across the field, and they're discussing it with Coach Stevenson, the new head coach of the Cowboys, in his first year here in Goodland. We're going to see Goodland's old head coach next week in the first round of the state playoffs, as the Eagles will, barring the greatest comeback in history of football in a fourth quarter game, are going to move on and take on Holcomb on the road next week in postseason play. The discussion's still happening here with the White Hat and the Goodland coaches, and we're still no indication here. Block in the back against Goodland. First down, Colby. So after all that, you get a block in the back.
Yeah.
Goodland will mark this one off, or the officials will mark this one off. Goodland's going to start right at the 20-yard line. Okay, here we go. Goodland gets sent with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Man coverage on the left side here with Tanner Elias. The snap is low. They were trying to run a little power play. That threw the timing way off, but they still get a couple of yards on the play before Austin Hart brings down the ball carrier that time, and Hernandez on the carry.
And Hart makes a good job of changing direction. And once he gets into the backfield, it's to stop, change his direction, and then try and chase down the ball carrier on a pursuit angle, and he's able to do it and hold him to a gain of 3.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Second down, 7 to go. Goodland, Traxel fires over the middle, and it's tipped and incomplete. Looked like Chevin Martin might have just got a hand on that enough to throw it off, and Avila couldn't pull it in. Clock stops, 9:17. Fourth quarter now, Colby on top by 30, 48-18. Goodland set again, 3 receivers left this time, 1 receiver right. Traxel rolling to his left side. Sets his feet and fires, and it's in and out of the hands of the intended receiver that time, and Luke Avila. So 4th and 7 to go. Clock stops again at 9:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. And the punting unit has come onto the field for the Cowboys. Colby with Ben Matchell standing near midfield. Jarrell Miller, the punter for Goodland, awaits the snap. It's a high, kind of a lob, but he gets to it, gets the punt away. Matchell's going to let it bounce. And it'll roll down to the 40-yard line of Colby, and that's where they'll start the drive, 60 yards away from Pater. 30-point Cowboy lead. You can kind of hear the wind has picked up again here in Goodland tonight. On a very chilly night for high school football on this Halloween. If you're listening out about trick-or-treating tonight, be careful, be safe, but enjoy it, and save some candy for me. I'll be home soon. 1st and 10 to go. Cowboys set up defensively. Colby back with the football. Josh Matchell gets the snap. Hands it off up the middle, and another nice little run by Pieper, going to pick up about 5 yards on the right side.
Pieper does a good job. He's able to pick up 5 yards on the play. He's able to bounce that play outside a couple holes, actually, with a sidestep and pick up some good yardage on 1st down.
Eagles get set again. And Matchell, he's watching for the back judge to start counting. They're going to run the clock. Handoff left side. Holzmeister going to cut it up the field. Why run the clock when you can run a deep play down the field? Holzmeister going to take it to the Goodland 32-yard line. 23-yard run. 1st down, Colby. Holzmeister does a good job of staying in bounds at the end of it. We're talking about clock management with 8:19 to go in the game.
Well,
because we're cold.
Yeah.
8 minutes and 10 seconds to go now. Colby getting the play from the sideline. They will head to the line of scrimmage. I formation. Josh Matchell under center. Gets the snap. Hands off to Ben Matchell, who breaks a couple of tackles inside the 30 to the 29. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8.
Ben just refuses to go down once he breaks through the line of scrimmage, gets to the 2nd level of the Cowboy defense, and he isn't able to break the tackles on this play, but he's able to pick up 3 yards on 1st down.
7:20 to go now. Austin Russ wide to the right side. Here's the snap. Handoff, Ben Matchell, right side around the corner. Hit hard on the play, but he's inside the 25, down to the 22. That's going to be close to a 1st down on the play. But he may be a little bit short here.
It looks from the spot like he's going to be just a hair short.
Just spot about a yard back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be short by about a foot. Where it was sitting on the ground, he had it. But it wasn't marked by the correct official. When he got there, he got it set. So 3rd down and less than a yard to go. Josh Matchell, handoff right side. Pieper powers forward. 1st down. Colby inside the 20. He's still going. He just broke free. Pieper at the 15 and down to the 12-yard line. Hit at the line of scrimmage. I don't know how he scored loose on that one. He just kept his feet churning and got loose there for a second. Finally brought down at the 11 and a 1st down for Colby.
Pieper almost ends up with his 3rd touchdown of the night. Would have been the last 3 of them. He's got the last 2 scores for the Eagles. Just almost scored. He does score free, and then a member of the Cowboys secondary is able to pick him up.
Held on to that ankle for dear life. Handoff left side. Holzmeister behind Pieper. Nice hole. Powers forward. He's inside the 5. He'll spot him down at about, well, they're going to spot him right at the 4-yard line. That's a gain of 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4 to go. They can get a 1st down without getting into the end zone. And the guy really kind of got a generous spot there down to the 4. So 2nd down and 2 to go here for Colby. Ball just inside the 4-yard line. Colby taking their time here. They've taken a little over 4 minutes off the clock on this drive already. Matchell in the pistol gets the snap. Hands it off left side. Holzmeister into the end zone. Touchdown. Brady Holzmeister takes it in with 5 minutes and 39 seconds to go. Untouched on the left side. Colby up 54-18.
Colby runs a blast play to the far side of the field. Pulls Austin Hart, the backside guard. Austin gets up there, he wraps up, and he's just nobody to hit, and Brady Holzmeister just follows him into the end zone. Both of them go in untouched.
Eagles will get set for the extra point. The kick is up, and that's good. 55-18. Colby on top with 5:39 to go in this one. Wow. What a night for the Eagles. Way to break free and talk about a momentum booster going into the playoffs. Not heard yet what's happening at Clay Center in Concordia tonight, but I would imagine Concordia taking care of business there. But the Eagles will have a fun week on this one. Get pumped up to take on the Holcomb Longhorns, and who knows? We'll be in Holcomb next week on Friday. And, of course, we'll have it here for you on 100.3 The Ride, online at nwksradio.com. Again, welcome our viewers tonight at NWKS Radio. Big thank you to Strut Insurance Services, Farmers and Merchants Bank, for making the video streaming of the Eagles on Radio possible.
Ben Matchell teeing the ball up. Wouldn't expect anything else here from Coach Wilderman, and the special teams coordinator going to kick it deep here, pin the Cowboys back.
And they do just squib it down the middle. It's bobbled by the return man for Goodland, who then picks it up, tries to get to the outside, and actually makes a decent little return after picking up the loose ball. That's Gastineau on the return for the Cowboys. So Goodland will take over with 5:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Goodland set up for another possession here. Cowboys will send 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation again, 1 back in the backfield. And get the snap. Back to pass, Colby pressuring. Stepping up, firing one deep down the field. That is knocked away on the play by Tanner Elias.
And Tanner does a great job going up to get the ball at its highest point and knocking it down on the fade route. Something Tanner's done very well all year long, defending the deep ball, and he gets his hands on one there.
So you got to give some credit to Colt Traxel and Goodland, a tremendous athlete and a good quarterback, and he's just been under duress a lot tonight trying to throw the football, but he's avoided a lot of those hits too. Good footwork and just kind of keeps alive and finds somewhere to step up and throw. Handoff for the Cowboys this time. Yeah, they handed it off up the middle.
Yeah.
Hernandez on the carry, 1 yard gain.
Thank God they handed it off.
Second down and 9 to go. Clock running, 5:10 left in this game. And it's a 3rd down and 8 to go for the Cowboys. They're working on, now they're going to have an official timeout here, trying to work on the shoulder pad and jersey, one of the Goodland players. They get it fixed, the official does, and now they'll get the clock running again, under 5 minutes to play. Cowboys to the line of scrimmage. Colt Traxel in the pistol with 1 back behind him and Hernandez, 2 receivers to each side. Good snap, quick handoff on the right side. This is Hernandez on the carry. He is uprooted by Chevin Martin at the 34-yard line. Decent gain of about 6 on the play, 4th and 2. And this is one of those, if you're Colby, get the stop here. Now you get the football back and you can put this game away. Cowboys waiting to play here from the sideline. I'm not sure what the confusion is. The clock is still running. And the Goodland coaches have said they wanted to take a timeout with 2 seconds left on the play clock. So they'll run it down to that and then take a timeout. With exactly 4 minutes to go in this game, it's a 4th and 2 to go for the Goodland Cowboys. And they really just sub with that timeout. And they bring the punting unit on.
Terrific.
Will they punt is the true question on this one, or is this going to be a fake? You know, imagine Coach Gardner saying, be ready for anything, guys. You're not going to win the game at this point.
Right.
But Goodland has showed tonight that they're never going to roll over. Well, Uncle Clark scratched their belly either. They're going to play this one out. Left-footed punt, going to bounce. They do kick it away. Colby will let it roll. down to the 35-yard line. And we're going to see some faces, I think, some new ones on the field here for the Eagles.
Well, looks like we're bringing out some of the first. There's kind of a mix out there. There's some 2s and some 1s out there right now for the Eagles on this offensive unit so far.
Tate Carney out there for Colby. Who do we got at QB now?
It looks like Rex Branham.
Yep, that is correct. He'll be taking his first snaps of the season. Handoff goes to the right side. Tate Carney on the carry, gets to the corner at the 40. Nice piece of running and drug down after picking up a first down at about the 46-yard line, excuse me. First and 10 from there.
First down for the Eagles.
Carney able to pick up some big yards on that play.
And they did spot him down inbounds, which was kind of a break for us. 3:34 to go.
Refs are cold too.
Yeah. We got a penalty flag here before the snap of the football. Procedure against the Eagles. A little movement there. And again, he got a mix of players here. They have gone to continuous clock too. So it continues to run with 3:08 to go. Colby on top, 55-18. A great night for the Eagles tonight. Good way to finish this season off and get them ready for district play next week. Carney in motion. He'll get the handoff going to the left side for Colby. Tate kicks it to the outside. Tate Carney at midfield. Tate Carney at the 40-yard line and drug down at the 39. 20-yard run for Tate Carney. He's going to have about 40 yards rushing on 2 carries tonight here.
Tate Carney, we've talked about him before. You know, he played a big part when Josh Matchell went down with that injury. And Tate Carney and Dante Whitfield split time in the backfield. Tate, he's a smaller kid. Just packs a punch, though. He's dynamite. He's lightning quick out there. He's got good hips and runs the ball really well.
You know, he had 1 carry on the season coming into tonight. Here's a handoff up the middle. Chevin Martin with a first down gain of 11 yards. He had 1 carry on the season coming into tonight, and that was against Scott City. It was the final play of the game, and he took it into the end zone for a touchdown. So a capable kid, Chevin Martin. We've talked a lot about what this young man can do and the future that he brings for Colby in this backfield. Just a freshman, but a lot of speed and runs very smart. You saw on that play, just what I like about him is he's at full speed in about 2 steps.
Right.
Tanner Elias going to go to the right side this time for Colby, and penalty flag is down. Elias is going to be stopped at the 30-yard line, and this is going to be a hold against the Eagles. And Goodland running some of their starters back out onto the field here, kind of rotating in on that defensive line. Clock running at 1:40 to go. We'll discuss the penalty, hold against the Eagles, as we talked about, from the spot of the foul, which is about 2 yards deep, so it's going to bring up a first and 22 for Colby. I just think it might take them 1:40 to mark this off, though. Well, they can stop the clock.
Yeah.
So they will get this marked off, and then
eventually this guy will start stepping. There we go.
There we go. Colby will have it here from the 41-yard line. They need to get it to the 18. Really is not what they're trying to do at this point. They're just trying to keep the clock running. Diamond formation. Out of the pistol. Here's the snap. Handoff right side. Chevin Martin on the carry. And Martin down to the 32-yard line. It's about an 8-yard gain. Second down now and 14 to go for Colby. 1:13 on the clock. Eagles going to get the play here from the sideline. And imagine we maybe run one more play here. Could run it out after that. Here's a handoff to Tate Carney. Carney up the middle on the left side. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play. And this will bring up 3rd down and 14 to go. And now Colby could take a knee and end this ball game unless Goodland decides to use a timeout, which I don't think they're going to do on this, seeing that they punted on the last possession. And here we see the best formation in football, the victory formation for the Eagles.
And 2 weeks in a row.
Yes, love it. The knee is taken, 17 seconds on the clock. Goodland will not take a timeout. This one is over with. The Colby Eagles will be your district runners-up. They will move on. They will get a playoff game next week. Again, most likely it's going to be in Holcomb against the Longhorns. We have not heard a score on that one yet, but pretty sure that's what it's going to be from the way that district has been playing out. So we'll be at it for one more week next week in Holcomb, Kansas. Looking forward to a big win tonight for the Eagles, 55-18 the final score. We're going to take a break, come back, get things rolling with our Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show. After a word from our sponsors, this is the Eagles on Radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
Farmers and Merchants Bank brings you tonight's game show on 100.3 The Ride.
You have all the scoring plays?
For over 100.
No, I missed the 3rd Goodland one. That's it. Otherwise, I have them all.
Okay, I'll mark that off. Thanks, Matt.
Yep.
And hours to better serve you. We'll run through the highlights and recap the game after this. You're listening to the Colby Eagles on 100.3 The Ride.
What'd you say? Oh, my God.
Hello, this is J.L. Evans, President of Western State Bank of Colby. We are a full-service bank with innovative products that you expect from your financial institution. We specialize in excellent customer service and competitive ag, commercial, and home loans. Check us out by calling, stopping by, or I will gladly come to your farm or place of business for your convenience. We are located just southeast of the Colby Walmart, right next door to the utterly delicious yogurt shop. Western State Bank of Colby, with bank locations throughout western Kansas. Member FDIC, equal housing member.
What's that?
Post-game thing?
Unfortunately.
The Colby residents of Thomas County News
What's that?
on the happenings, issues, and events
Yeah,
that impact the lives of residents of Thomas County. The Colby Free Press is informative and affordable.
You got a minute and a half.
Thanks, Matt.
Journalistic excellence and extensive knowledge from the local communities of Colby, Rexford, Brewster, and surrounding communities.
The High Plains Co-op has always prided itself on their customer service. With fall harvest upon us, the staff at High Plains Co-op is ready to help you store and market your grain. With elevators in Dresden, Jim, Grainfield, Alford, Hoxie, Levant, Park, and Selden, and their office and filling station in Colby, the High Plains Co-op has a location close to you to help keep you in the fields and the combines moving. The High Plains Co-op wishes you a safe and prosperous fall harvest, and they want you to know that their professional staff is ready to help you get the most out of all of your hard work.
Kansas City Chiefs football is on 100.3 The Ride. Catch all the action each week with Mitch Holtis and Hall of Famer Len Dawson. Kansas City is at home this week against the New York Jets. Kickoff at noon Central. Chiefs football on 100.3 The Ride is brought to you by H&R Block, the Great Outdoors Gun Shop, Jack's Automotive, and 24-hour towing. Pioneer Feed Yard and Hoxie Feed Yard, the Buckhorn Restaurant at Minton's TA, Larry and Dinah Dinkle of Minton Trucking, Logan County
Can you get that light switch for me?
Market, the Model Gallery, and Farm Credit of Western Kansas.
Welcome back to the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show on 100.3 The Ride. With the game recap and highlights, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Whelan.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby football tonight on 100.3 The Ride. Celebration going on in the end zone. Colby huddled up around their head coach. They get a playoff game for the first time in quite a few years. Quite excited and well-deserved. And fun one tonight here as the Eagles take care of business. 55-18 the final score over the Goodland Cowboys, our arch rivals tonight in Goodland. So the Eagles will move on and they will get Holcomb next week in the first round of postseason play. But Thomas, good game tonight. We talked about getting off to a quick start. Colby did that in the opening quarter of this game and really just kept the pedal on all night long. And, you know, again, by far one of their best efforts on the season.
And they did. They really did. You know, we talked about it a couple times during the game that they needed to, you know, keep pouring it on, keep stepping on their throat, and not let off the gas at any point. You know, we kind of did that last week in Clay Center, a game that we thought, you know, from up in the booth, it looked like we had control of it the entire time. You know, Clay Center comes back and makes that a heck of a football game, and really it didn't have that feel to it.
No, and just a great effort. A lot of fun here tonight. Big win for the Eagles. Let's run through scoring and highlights of this one and kind of give you the story of what happened tonight. Started in the opening quarter. Colby scored first with 5:41 to go in the first on a 38-yard touchdown run by Ben Matchell. The right side blocking backs in front of him. He cuts it up the field, breaks tackles down the sideline at the 20, the 10, touchdown, Colby. Ben Matchell in, extra point good, 7-0, the Eagles on top. Then just a couple of minutes later, Goodland answered right back with 3:56 to go in the opening quarter on a 17-yard touchdown pass, and that one from Traxel to Avila. Awaits the snap, gets it, looks quickly to the left side, has a little wide receiver going to quick out, makes the catch, breaks the tackle, and he might score on this one. In fact, he will. Avila takes it in. Extra point was missed by Goodland, 7-6 the score at that point. Then Colby scores a couple in a row here with 2:44 to go in the first quarter on a 16-yard touchdown run by Ben Matchell. Josh Matchell in the pistol. Ben Matchell in motion from left to right. He'll get the handoff going to the right side. Goes off the block, kicks it to the outside, gets hit, drags the defenders into the end zone. Matchell takes it in, extra point good, 14-6 the score. My favorite play of the game, minute 50 to go in the opening quarter, 34-yard turnover that ends up being a touchdown for the big guy, Austin Hart. Archer again to the left side, 3 receivers to the right. This time they'll keep him there, nobody in motion. Again, a quarterback keeper, just designed run up the middle, and this is a turnover. Oh, and the big guy is loose down the sideline for the Eagles. Austin Hart just takes it out of the hands of Traxel, and the big guy takes it to the end zone. Touchdown on the play, extra point good, 21-6, Colby on top. Goodland answers before half with 6:24 to go in the second quarter on a 65-yard touchdown pass from Traxel to Avila. There's a deep one down the field, the catch is made, and Avila is going to score. My goodness, the Cowboys fighting back here. 65-yard play. Avila again gets the score. They tried for 2 after missing on the earlier extra point. Did not get it to go. Score 21-12. Colby gets one more before the end of the half with 3:55 to go in the second quarter on a 12-yard touchdown run by Ben Matchell. Behind Matchell in the pistol. Handoff goes on the left side of the counter play. This is Ben Matchell on the carry. Gets to the corner. Dives. Does he get in? No indication. They did indicate eventually it was a touchdown as Matchell got it in. The extra point was no good that time, 27-12 the score. That was what it stood at the half. We go to the second half of the ball game where Colby gets 4 more touchdowns in the second half. Goodland with just 1 more. The Eagles get their first one with 10:30 to go in the third quarter on a 36-yard touchdown run by Matthew Pieper. They'll send one receiver to the right. This is Tanner Elias in motion. And a handoff up the middle, and there's a touchdown. Matthew Pieper, 36 yards on just a quick hitter right up the middle, 34-12 the score in favor of Colby. Then with 9:18 to go in the third quarter, we get a big one, a 64-yard touchdown run by Ben Matchell. To him, he'll cut it up the middle of the field, now to the left side, and Ben Matchell's loose again at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 15, 10, dives, touchdown. 41-12 the score after that long run from Ben Matchell. Another touchdown for him tonight. He's probably close to 200 yards rushing in this game. He had a great night. Minute 25 to go in the third quarter. Goodland got their final touchdown of the night on the 2-yard touchdown run by Hernandez. The extra point was no good, 41-18 the score. Colby then strikes with 10:02 to go in the fourth quarter on a 31-yard touchdown run by Matthew Pieper. Down the sideline, Matthew Pieper breaking tackles at the 10. He got loose and he's in. Touchdown, Matthew Pieper, 48-18 the score in favor of Colby. The Eagles get one more with 5:39 to go in the fourth quarter. And the first touchdown of the night by Brady Holzmeister on a 4-yard run. Hands it off left side, Holzmeister into the end zone, touchdown. So Holzmeister in from 4 yards out, and the Eagles end up with a 55-18 win tonight over their arch rivals, the Goodland Cowboys, at Cowboy Stadium in Goodland tonight. We'll take a break as we continue with the post-game show. Soon we'll be talking to the head coach of the Colby Eagles, Chris Gardner, a very happy man, I am sure, tonight for a lot of reasons after playing their best football game of the season and getting this big win over the Goodland Cowboys in Goodland tonight and advancing his team to the postseason. We will talk to him, get his thoughts on the ball game. We will also name our Ram Tough Player of the Game. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football on 100.3 The Ride. Can you see Chris?
Coach Chris Gardner will join us with his thoughts on tonight's game when the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show continues. You're listening to the Colby Eagles on 100.3 The Ride.
You got all that scoring.
Get a little stressful on
You
your
hog the whole postgame show.
I know.
Loans, come in and talk to their local grown loan officers at the People's State Bank. They live in this area, so they know this area. They pride themselves on getting you the fastest response possible. Since most of them have been in business or
Ram Tough, what do you got?
they really do know the local ag economy. They want to take this time and thank you for your
Man, I honest to God, I think I'd go hard.
patience in Colby.
Yeah, he was huge defensively and on offense.
Yeah, I mean, he just...
For FDIC.
I mean, we could name one of three backs.
Hey, anytime a lineman scores, I'm giving it to him.
Oh, yeah.
Talk, text,
No.
and data.
There's a lot of so many kids that played good tonight, though. It's tough to do.
Yeah.
$60
It is a great team effort.
everything. Plus, Nextech Wireless has all the newest phones you want. Make the switch to Nextech Wireless now because unlimited data is back, but only for a limited time. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details. Get your unlimited everything plan today, only at Nextech Wireless.
With a successful season under his belt, quarterback
We'll do Ram Tough now and then do Coach last.
Okay.
He's on his way across now. It's going to take a little bit.
Behind legendary head coach Phil Snyder, the Cats look to
Oh, Rich is over there.
catch all of the action right here on the K-State Sports Network.
Wildcat Football on 100.3 The Ride is brought to you in part
Yeah,
by
them over there
Armstrong
tonight.
Company, Kansas Insurance,
Not a ton of room here.
Shooting Shop, Farm Credit of Western Kansas, and Logan County Implement.
This is the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show on 100.3 The Ride. With the coach, here's Chad Jones.
Welcome back, Chad Jones alongside Thomas Whelan. We're going to switch things around to our Ram Tough Player of the Game tonight here at 100.3 The Ride. Brought to you by Colby Dodge. That great selection of Ram Tough trucks and, of course, lots of new pre-owned vehicles on the lot, plus the great sales, parts, and service department to back it all up. Ram Tough Player of the Game tonight for the Colby Eagles. So many kids, such a team effort. Everybody deserves it tonight, but I told Thomas any time a lineman scores, I got to give it to the big guy, Austin Hart. He was great defensively tonight, great blocking up front. That whole offensive and defensive line was great. And so we'll kind of give it to the offensive and defensive lines tonight, and they helped the Eagles get it done, 55-18, the final score. We'll take one more break and then talk to the head coach of the Colby Eagles, Chris Gardner. That's coming up after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football on 100.3 The Ride.
When the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show returns, we will name the Ram Tough Player of the Game and get you set up for next week. You're listening to the Colby Eagles on 100.3 The Ride.
This time of the year can get a little stressful on your finances.
What's that?
If you're in the need for any type of loan, come in and talk to their local grown loan officers at the People's State Bank. They live in this area, so they know this area. They pride themselves on getting you the fastest response possible. Since most of them have been in business or have come off the farm, they really do know the local ag economy. They want to take this time and thank you for your patronage at the People's State Bank, with locations in Colby, Oakley, Hoxie, Goodland, and McDonald. The People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Matt J. add pride to your ride at Motortown LLC of Colby. Always a fine selection of late model vehicles on the lot, including pickups, two-wheel drive, four-wheel,
we got about 60 here.
sport box, regular cabs, crew cabs, and many makes and models. You'll find sports cars, convertibles, luxury cars, and popular SUVs. Truly a great inventory to choose from, and as always, they're willing to pay you well for your trade. That Motortown LLC, located at 1275 West 4th Street in Colby or Ellis, Kansas. Go online to motortownllc.com.
I say you should see what they have by GE just for thee at GWT. Yes, name brand GE appliances on the showroom floor right now at Great Western Tire, Colby. Washer and dryer sets by GE. GE. Refrigerators, ranges, microwaves, and GE dishwashers. Of course, they have installation and delivery available at Great Western Tire of Colby and Great Western Tire of Oakley, your GE appliance dealer.
This is the Farmers and Merchants Bank postgame show and the Eagles Radio on 100.3 The Ride. It's time to name the Ram Tough Player of the Game. Brought to you by Colby Dodge, where they have a great selection of those Ram Tough trucks on the lot, plus a bunch of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Colby Dodge also has great sales, parts, and service departments. With the Ram Tough Player of the Game, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Whelan.
The rest was welcome back. You're listening to 100.3 The Ride. We did the Ram Tough Player of the Game. We did things a little out of order here tonight, but
yeah, well, I fell. Sorry, Chad.
That's right. You got no coming over. That's all right. You can fall on a 55-18 point with the win, Coach.
There you go.
We had a hard time. Ram Tough Player of the Game tonight. I'm gonna get your opinion because we had a hard time. Anytime a lineman scores,
there you go.
They win for me.
There you go. Yeah. Any
ineligible
number that gets touchdown usually should get.
Player of the year.
That's right. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Now let's talk about it. That was a great play tonight. Just taking it away.
Just so happy for these kids. I mean, I really am. These guys, listen, let's go back a year, and Colby and then just to come kind of full circle this year with a lot of those guys that played last year, sophomores, and juniors, and just so happy for them because something they can't take away from them now, as they get older and things like that, they can talk about making the playoffs, they can talk about, how they got there, winning and get in game, and to come out and play like that, just so proud of them.
Yeah, and it's, anytime you beat your arch rival, that's something you remember forever.
That's right.
You know what your record was against Goodland in high school.
Exactly. And just the way they came and focused and started fast and finished fast, and very happy for them.
Yeah, and that's just it. It was, you had a complete effort tonight. You had a complete effort from start to finish tonight, and everybody stepped up. The offensive and defensive lines were great. Really opened up some great holes in your running backs. And we talked about this a couple of times tonight. You're getting a lot of those stretch plays that they made tremendous reads and made the right cutbacks at the right times and made those into big plays.
Yeah, really good vision out of our backs today, and you can have good vision when you're up front driving guys and cutting off the backside like that, and that's something we worked on this week. But the backs had great vision tonight and how strong did Peeper run some of those runs. Just wouldn't go down on some of those zones, and just feel so good for that kid and just all the guys right now. They're just really happy for him.
Yeah, and it's so well deserved. They've been, hard work all season long. You've talked about it and how they worked in practice and that massive schedule, and then to come here tonight and cap it off like this and set yourself up for what most likely is going to be a game in Holcomb next week against the Longhorns.
Right.
Well deserved, and it really gets you set up well for next week. Holcomb, a passing football team,
right?
A team that you've seen, you know what they're going to do, and they haven't seen you. Really, in all honesty, they've seen some things on tape, but they didn't get the Eagles when we played them there. We were banged up, a lot of kids out, and had to do some things different.
Right. Yeah. They caught us after we played Ulysses, and we had some guys that were banged up and that kind of stuff, and we're feeling pretty healthy. We got out tonight fairly healthy, just a couple different bruises and stuff that we'll take a look at tomorrow. And I'm just excited that these kids get a chance to play Holcomb again and get a chance to play in go into postseason. Like I told them, tonight 32 teams are going to play in 4A Division II. Tomorrow only 16 are left. You can be one of those top 16, or you can't be. It's just kind of how. And they came out and showed it tonight how much they wanted it.
A lot of fun. One of the funnest games I've done in a long. One of the coldest.
Yeah.
But one of the funnest in a long time. And Coach, congratulations to you and all your kids.
Thank you.
Great effort and a big win tonight.
Yeah, I just want to thank those kids and just thank these guys. It's just a good step for the program, and just to thanks these guys. They've worked real hard, and like I said, to go from where we were a year ago to right now and things like that, just really impressed with the kids and just really happy. So thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, look forward to it. Look forward to football next week.
That's right. There's nothing better.
No.
Nothing better.
One more week of football.
That's right.
Let's make it 2.
There you go. I like it. All right.
All right.
Thank you, Chad.
Coach Chris Gardner of the Colby Eagles joining us on the postgame show tonight. Big thank you to all of our help back at the radio station. Matt did a great job tonight. We appreciate your hard work and effort tonight and keeping the broadcast going. Of course, Thomas Whelan as well tonight. Thomas, tremendous amount of fun, great football game, and we get to do it one more time next week in Holcomb.
Absolutely, should be a blast. Postseason football, nothing like playing in November.
That's right. Also, Caitlin Fulmer, who was here running the camera for us tonight at nwksradio.com. We'll have that video streaming for you next week as well from Holcomb. That'll do it for the broadcast tonight. Again, thanks to everybody for making it possible. Big thank you to the sponsors most of all. We couldn't be here every week doing this without them. We appreciate them. You're going to hear a list of those coming up here in just a minute. Do me a favor, stop in and tell them thank you as well. For Thomas Whelan, I'm Chad Jones. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next Friday night from Holcomb with postseason football on 100.3 The Ride. All right, thanks, Matt. Talk to you later.
To the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.